right, family, peace, and black power. You already know what it is. You know what I mean? We got another after party. Just had another debate. We had a debate between Brother Rob and Brother Courtney, and they just got finished debating whether or not free will actually exists. And shout out to Courtney. Courtney was able to come away with the dub. Also want to shout out Brother Rob, who made it a very close debate. Let me get this link out here real quick so we don't waste too much time on this. I know people want to come up, and I don't want to waste too much of y'all time. We can get this after party going as soon as possible. And yeah, but while I'm waiting, I'll go ahead and just give my opinions about the debate. I thought it was an interesting debate. Not my first rodeo, hearing this debate. Kind of was expecting. I kind of knew what to expect. I did see their premises, so I definitely knew what to expect. But I also, again, very well familiar with this argumentation of both sides. Shocker, I actually do hold Brother Rob's position. But yeah, and but I'm also very familiar with the other side of this argument. Heard a lot of familiar talking points coming from Courtney, especially when he took the philosophical position about asking the question of, do you actually think your thoughts right before you thought of them, right? Do you actually think about your thoughts before you think of them, right? That's a philosophical question that's always thrown out there, and it's dealing with the neural system and philosophy and everything, and trying to determine whether or not we actually had control of our thoughts, so to speak, or not. And yeah, people go back and forth on this. I know I've seen the studies on that and everything else. Brother Rob really didn't tackle that talking point. He could have, but he didn't. Not sure if he was familiar with that argument. Then again, Courtney didn't really harp on that argument either. He did mention it, right? Then there was let's see. I thought Brother Rob had a really good rebuttal. I actually thought his rebuttal was really good. Me personally, he asked. He made. Well, I should say he made a really good statement. He said, "What did he say?" He said, He said, without free will, then he said you can't have free will without free will, right? And I thought that was a body shot, like it's pretty much stating, what you can't, and which is true, right? You can't have free will without free will, right? Like, I mean, like, so it was a very interesting back and forth in how they was making distinctions on what actually is free will. I knew it was going to come down to that, people's different interpretation of what the actual meaning of free will actually is. A lot of people feel like decision making absolutely has to do with free will. Others argue against that, and that's what was going on in this debate. What you call it? I found it interesting that Courtney said, what did he say? He brought up the study about the judges, right? Pretty much voting people guilty on average more when they're hungry, right? I thought that was a funny and interesting stat, right? Like, I was like, okay, wait. So judges prosecute motherfuckers more when they're hungry? Well, then, goddamn it, Brother Rob should have ordered motherfucking these judges some goddamn some DoorDash or something like that before this motherfucking debate. Because it's obvious they was hungry. Our judges was hungry tonight, family. Donate to the chat. We got to get these judges some DoorDash. Make sure, make sure they on their P's and Q's. I'm just fucking around. Let's bring up Brother Rob. We got Brother Rob up here. What's going on, Brother Rob? How you?
I can't lie. I definitely disagree with the chat and the judges. Um, yeah, I'll leave it there. I disagree, bro. You know what I mean? I feel like during the rebuttal, he really couldn't answer my questions. The essential question: you must have free will in order to question free will. Um,
That's what it
he
was. You said
didn't.
right.
He didn't answer the question. He never truly addressed where creativity come from, and then on the subatomic level, you know what I mean? So I just don't see where he won the debate. You know what I mean? Obviously, the judges in the chat decided that he won, but I just don't. I can't see it. You know what I mean? I still don't understand after the breakdown and I still don't see how in any way it was even or I just don't see it. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. I got to get better, but I don't I disagree. There you go right there. I wish somebody can explain it to me a little better. You know, I feel like he made a solid
you
argument.
talking like you watched him though, bro. Like, come on, fam.
Nah,
Like,
not that I
it was
watched
a
him,
good
but
debate, but like cut the games, bro. Like, because to me, it could have went either way. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. I thought it was a great debate. It came down to me to the judges, and bro, I don't think it's you know what I'm saying. I don't think it's nothing to be ashamed of or looking at like. You wasn't supposed to. Because it wasn't that. It was a great performance. You know what I'm saying? I just I just don't want you to think like. Like something was crazy about, bro. That was an amazing debate for somebody. This is like, let me say it like this, bro, Rob. I don't even like that type of shit, right? So for me, in those type of debates, I'm looking for not only can y'all keep me interested, but can I learn some about this shit that I don't give a fuck about? I hear about it, but I could give a fuck less. I'm saying I'm straddling the fence on who won it because y'all both kept me in it. So I can't agree that it's just clear cut, bro. That was a good ass debate, bro. And I'm not surprised if either one of y'all win that. Real shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that he didn't have a great performance, not that his points weren't valid, right? But for it to be 3-0, I wasn't expecting that. And you know, I just need to I don't clearly see where like drop the ball. That's the where it was 3-0. You know what I mean? I
But
just
is it? But
I
can you
mean,
really
you
call
looking
it
at
3-0 when it's
3-0.
1 point? When it's
Yeah, I'm
one,
about to say.
because I get what you're saying, and you know what I'm saying it's 3-0 regardless. But when it's 1 point, when it's 3-4 points in the chat, I don't know that you making it sound like you know what I'm saying it was 82% to 18, and you know what I'm saying set 75 to 36 on scoring, bro. That like the shit was on point, bro. Rob, real shit. That was a good ass debate. I'm out though. What's
It
good with
was
everybody?
close.
Nah, appreciate you,
All
bro.
right, all right.
Appreciate you. I just I was familiar with the studies, but because he didn't go in depth, I didn't want to, go in depth. All I would say is the core study, the D.A.B.A.T.E study, I debunked it. And I showed two studies that debunked it. And so I just thought that was a body blow, but it must have didn't land. You know what I mean? And
No,
that's
it was a body blow, Rob, because like I said, I had you ahead in the rebuttal. It was the rapid fire when Courtney pulled ahead. So don't think that that rebuttal wasn't good. It was a good rebuttal. I had you ahead in that round. Up until then, you were winning the debate.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was close. It was on the table I didn't think that either one just necessarily grabbed it. And so, and I thought that both of y'all kept leaving stuff up there for each other. That's just like he made an argument that the brain was doing all of these things uh, before you could even make the decision. But scientifically, you are your brain, and so it's like that wasn't challenged. And then it was like, but then at the same time, you're kind of making you made an argument that particles, you compared us to particles, and then you were stating that the particles have freedom of choice, which they don't, because once they don't they live in all states until they're observed, and then they collapse into a definite state, and we don't even know who the observer is. So it was just to me it was like points where it was still there where the argument could have been pushed in either direction. It never really was, so it just was kind of up to the point.
Yeah, I feel like it was just there was something missing between like the metacognition part of the conversation and the free will part, because it was like I you know it because again it was dense, especially in the premise. When you was just describing all the terms and like all the ways that these things uh kind of display themselves, but it was the connecting it to the talent portion of it, because it's like I don't think I was convinced that like talent is a question of free will. I mean, because if anything, like that's something you're born with, right? Like they like because who was it? Was it Miles Davis that you brought up?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like another nigga can't choose to be Miles Davis. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I think he asked that came up in another round. I think it was like in the rapid fire. Like that kind of that
yeah.
part of the conversation was broached, but I just think that there was a gap that that just I didn't feel like was bridged in the context of like definitively having free will, like because of like creativity and talent and metacognition. Like these were like things that I think were discussed thoroughly,
Yeah.
but in terms of what they did for like the central question, I felt like I could make assumptions about what those things mean, but definitively that like the connection to free will and like being able to say like definitely we have free will. I just
Yeah,
don't
'cause
think that.
you can choose to play like you can choose to play basketball, but I done been on fire. I was never Michael Jordan. Like I never had one of those games. You know what I mean? So it's like
And also, I think there was a distinction that was missing between influence and control, because he was gaining leverage and offense in the conversation by talking by framing things that influence your decisions as
mhm.
saying like, well, because these things influence the decisions you make, that means that you really don't have a choice. You know what I
you know
mean?
what? You know what? I didn't recognize that.
Yeah,
Did
which
not.
was in the definition. That's what
I
was
did not.
dangerous about
You
the
know what I mean?
definition.
You
Yeah.
know, because it was a philosophical debate. The issue is always like empirical. When you start looking at empirical data in a philosophical debate, it always can lean one way or another based on perception. I just need to figure out how to, man, I don't know, man.
But I mean, no, it comes down to what's a better explanation. Like, cause like empirically, we've witnessed this phenomenon. Like empirically, people respond like this, and like we can see the material actions. But then once where it becomes theoretical is why does that happen? It's the why part. Yeah, I mean, and his argument is that like pretty much the fact that that your environment and what you're taught and the information that you're given, like as like as a part of your socialization, robs you of choice. I mean, he could like that. He didn't say it like that, but essentially, like that's the argument. You don't have free will because it's all these things that play a role in determining what type of choices you make. You know what I mean? Which I feel like the response to that is easy, is simple. It's like there are things
Yeah, I
that
thought that was
influence my decision, but the choices that
Well,
I make
well,
in terms of, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like
So
that influence doesn't.
I just thought that having a choice was gonna be the strongest argument for free will because, like, you could be influenced, but you still have a choice. You know what I mean? And I just thought choice by hammering away at choice
Was
that
slavery a
was gonna,
choice?
yeah, that was gonna be strong enough.
Was
So what
slavery a choice?
connect that to the metacognition conversation then? Like
I brung that up to show the complexity of human cognition. You know what I
But
mean?
this what I'm asking you though. Was slavery a choice?
hold on real quick, Lee. That's the pro, and that's what I'm saying. Like your argument spent too much time discussing the complexity instead of explaining the role that the complexity has in like decision making.
Ah, I got you. I
That
get
because
you.
niggas could be like I was learning. You know what I'm saying? But like this is a good explanation of the uniqueness of these things. But how does it connect to the fact that we got free will?
Yeah, cause like I don't know, but like you know what? I'm just thinking like that's like a understood thing. Like everybody expressed a person. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it from a teacher point of view. Like you know what I mean? You know this dumbo. Like if you sitting in a classroom with 30 kids, all of them don't learn the same. You know what I mean? Some of them got similar personalities, but not the same. You know, and you know, our uniqueness is what make us, have free will. That was
What
that
about
was
the
the first game I
consequences
just didn't
though?
connect it well.
I just wanted to add something, just hopefully anything, that the judges can add would help. Rob, again, I think what everything Taz said was on point as far as, it wasn't a big difference. It was very close. In reference to what was said earlier, I actually liked the point that you made about subatomic particles. I think touching into science and saying that it is random is accurate, and you showed a source with that, electrons and photons not being predetermined in their actions. I thought that was good. But aside from that, I think what may have happened, like when I mentioned the difference for me was the rapid fire. Courtney tends to be very matter of fact, straight to the point. He doesn't ramble on with his answers. So I heard you say earlier that you felt that he wasn't able to answer any of the questions that you put out there. And I would say when you go back and look at the debate, pay attention to what was in his presentation and how he used that to answer 90% of the questions that you asked him. The one that stood out the most to me, where, I think he didn't give as good of an answer, I think was your first question, for example. You asked something about how do we administer justice when a crime happens? And his answer was something to the effect of, well, we need to have more compassion because they don't have any control over what they did. Now that, of course, is I dumbed down the answer, but that's basically what he said. Everything after that, you questioned things from your presentation, and he came right back with an answer from his presentation that was backed up by studies. So it wasn't any concessions that took place in the rapid fire round. So I hope that helps. It's really not much feedback that I could give because it really was close. It was super close. It was a great improvement with you. Like, I just see you get better and better every time. I can't really give you much criticism. As a judge, I can only tell you what I saw, and how I judged it is really up to others to tell you what they felt you should have said. I can't delve into that, like you should have said this in your argument, because then that takes me kind of out of that space. But as far as what happened round for round, Courtney was able to As you saw, Mo gave him a 9. He was able to start it off with a lot of studies. He's just really good at doing research, and he stood firm on that research all the way through to the closing. Whereas when you got in the rapid fire, if you go back and look at Courtney's rapid fire, a lot of times you were agreeing with him, and then it sounded like you recognize the agreement and you start saying, but that was free will too. But you not only agreed with some of his points, you elaborated on why you agreed. And hopefully when you go back and look at it, it will make more sense. Again, it came down to literally 1 point from each of us. I don't think you should be deterred or disappointed. It was a great debate. So hopefully that helps. But if you don't have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and get down. Okay. Did you have any questions for me? I just want to make sure that all your questions are answered.
Yeah, I to be perfectly honest with you, I really do have to go back and listen to Courtney's presentation again. I would like to see how he scored this 9 on his opening. I was paying attention, but then at the same time, I was getting ready for my premise, and I had to move something, and so I might have took a minute or two, and maybe I just missed something in his opening that might be a key for me in the next debate.
Understood. Okay. If you have any follow-up questions, we're here. So hopefully the post-debate notes and discussion will help as well. But with that being said, thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
Peace.
Good night.
Yeah, Rob, I want to say again, I enjoyed tonight's debate. This topic is not one you can easily just Google and find a consensus view on. It is a hotly debated topic amongst scholars of many different disciplines. I thought you tripped me up a couple times more severely than how everyone judged, apparently, in the cross-examination round, personally. But I really thoroughly enjoyed tonight's conversation. Like, I don't think you should be punching yourself upset over the judgments. I actually, like, before all the votes was calibrated, and I thought you might have won, maybe 2-1, maybe something like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed tonight's debate, bro. Don't.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not taking anything away from your performance and everything. Like, I like, let's just say that I got confidence in myself and confidence in my ability, right? And I didn't get into this just to be getting into it. Like, you know what I mean? I got aspirations, put it like that. And so I'm looking to get better, and I just need to understand like how to score better so that my arguments and argumentation fall better and everybody can understand my points. Clearly, your points was made a lot better tonight, and congratulations to you. But me, I just need to understand how to get better. I'm trying to figure it out as I go. You know what I mean? Maybe in a rebuttal round, me being transparent is not good. You know what I mean? I have to be more guarded with my answers. I thought my answers demonstrated influence but choice. You know what I mean? But it didn't fall that way.
Yeah, I think though that was the dangerous part of it because his premise was based around those choices are made because of influence, which takes
But
you.
that's why it's important to make those distinctions. Of it's important to be like that because really, if we're talking philosophically, that's the debate. You know what I mean? Like, is it influence? Like, so if I say that something influenced the way that I did something, does that mean? But I'm still choosing it though, right? Even with influence, there's a million decisions that I can make, and out of those millions of decisions influenced by this factor, there I'm still going like there's still it's like a spectrum in terms of in terms of responses. You know what
So
I mean?
like this is an aspect of my slides that I edited out, but because I had technical difficulties, it still came through. On one of my slides, I listed hard determinism, and then on the right it said compatibilism. If you jump down on the compatibilistic stuff, it would have made me look like I was saying, yeah, there is some aspect of a legit free will, even if it's limited. Maybe not libertarian, but a limited freedom of the will in light of a compatibilistic system.
Man, that's so crazy you saying that. I had a slide that had a definition of determinism and then all of the different types. You know what I mean? And
Y'all niggas need to go with y'all instinct. It's the third debate where niggas was like, I had the best shit in there, and then I took the best shit out.
man,
You gotta go with
I
that.
don't
You
know
gotta
how
go with
y'all did that in 10 minutes. That was part of the issue.
not
Look,
overthink this.
we discussed the 10 or 15 before the debate.
Y'all should have went.
We agreed to the 10. And we both
I mean, you.
I always like before the debate, whatever we discuss, that's what I got. You know what I mean? So if we discuss 10, that's what I got. But I
mhm,
prepare for the 15, but it ain't rehearsed, if you will. You
I
know
can
what I
dig
mean?
it.
I mean, I felt like you. I mean, they weren't challenged, so like you didn't really need the extra 5 minutes for real. But
Yeah.
I think if it was certain points in both of your arguments, had they been challenged, you would have needed them extra 5 minutes
Yeah.
Hmm.
because you wouldn't have had a foundation for the argument that you was trying. Like you making, because like I said, you making the argument that the brain is predetermined and is dangerous as fuck, especially when you ain't established that you ain't that you aren't a brain.
You
Because
know,
at this point, all I know is that we are brain. And so when you're saying that the brain is doing that, well, that's me.
yeah. Within his premise, he had gave me a couple of sources, but I didn't have a lot of sources to attack with my rebuttal. So a lot of that was just me researching his side of the argument and figuring out like how he was going to try to attack. I had slides for it, you know what I mean, and I was right, and I thought that was going to go over well. It didn't. I just I just need to
You
figure
should
out
have
like
just stuck with it, bro, Rob. Because you
man,
said it at first, bro. And shout out to everybody. It's a philosophical debate, so and I know y'all like astute with the research, but I just with certain debates, I think it's more about how you can frame the debate and argue versus what research you can bring up because it ain't really uh uh
Not
it's
black and
not
white.
yeah,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, Domo? It's not a scientific argument that you have, and so any research that you
well,
have will still be opinionated. You dig what I'm saying? So
That's what I
man,
said.
look
What's the
here.
best explanation?
The judges
right.
literally harped on that a couple of minutes ago about how he had sources in his slide. Like in his premise, he had like the people that he was drawing from, but I didn't get sources. You know what I mean? I provided 4 sources. Hey, Court, that free theorem source, the
Yeah.
free will theorem, I was just basically showing you that I knew your argument, and if you had brought it up, I had some for free theorem. The uncertainty principle was gonna be my rebuttal to, you know what I mean? I was just basically showing you that I got an idea how you gonna come. You know what I mean? You didn't never use it, but you can see the language in the theorem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the only problem is, so I don't know if you're familiar. There's two forms of that theorem. The most recent one was published, I want to say, in 2006, not by Conway, but by the other co-author. And
Yeah, what's his name? About to look at it right now.
Cohen, I want to say maybe Cohen was his name, something like that. But that most recent article does not function. Conway. No. The other guy, not Conway.
Simon B. Cochin.
Cochin, there we go. Yeah. So Cochin updated the argument and the position. And in his update, he removed the conditional premise of if humans have free will. And that makes his argument a little different, but I think he's still misrepresenting Bell and everything that Bell was talking about with the indeterministic, probabilistic assessment of elementary particles. Because what Bell was really going against was Einstein. You know, Einstein's claim that God doesn't play dice,
right,
and all of that stuff. But in Bell's assessment and refutation of Einstein, if you will, he introduces into the world of quantum physics the language of superdeterminism for the hidden variables. And superdeterminism, I mean, it's a nomenclature. It functions the same way as any other deterministic principle would. So as long as that equation, or that, similar to what matter of fact, exactly what Blue was talking about, once that hidden variable is known, the route taken by the elementary particle is fixed. And it's a deterministic process by which they're acting upon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's what you fucked up too, though, Brother Rob. Because like, if you reading some shit just to let him know that you was up on some shit, you wasting his speech time, brother.
Yeah,
you wasting
that
speech time.
That was just included in the sources, and you know,
I mean,
I had a rebuttal for it. That was
Yeah, but like that's kind of what it be like that though. Sometimes you're gonna prepare for some shit that you're never gonna read. You know what I mean? But you don't get you know what I'm saying, extra points for being like, oh, see, I know about your topic. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't done in the offensive way, it's like, okay, you know about the topic.
gotta be all offense. I see.
Yeah, I mean, not all offense, but shit. So it gotta serve a purpose. Like it gotta serve a purpose, for you.
I would say in that debate, though, I think it's all offense because there is no defense. It's all philosophical. You have to trump his philosophy with yours.
That don't mean it ain't no defense, though.
So I agree. The issue we debated has been debated for centuries in philosophical circles. For centuries, it's been a philosophical issue. But as of late, like in the last 50 to 100 years, it's been argued by means of empirical science, especially from, as I use for my primary justification of my line of rationale tonight, with neuroscientists. It's actually a pretty large community of neuroscientists arguing deterministic properties of brain states and neural firing and synapses firing off as the determinative factor.
That was kind of shocking to me when I was getting ready for the debate. When you type in the YouTube or Google or anything, right? You're gonna get so many sources that say that free will is an illusion. Is good, man. It kind of shocked me, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I double dog dare anybody that's listening.
Especially when you go with the quantum.
Man, go to Google or go to YouTube and type in "Does free will exist?" You gonna see like 15 people say that it don't exist. You know what I mean? That was another challenge.
But it depends on what you're looking for.
But that's where I thought it got dangerous too, because when you use, especially when you use the brain, your brain, a lot of this shit comes from your subconscious. You don't control your subconscious at all. You don't have no control over that. You just got to try to interact with that shit.
But all of these is at the heart of all of these is the central question of what is you. When you say
that was my point.
what I'm saying? Like that.
But
So
that brain
that's why
part.
that's why even with the neuroscience conversation, how much of just synapses firing is you?
Well, yeah,
You know what I
How
mean?
can we
that was the
separate?
main
How can we
reason.
separate any part of us from us though? Like if it's all of these thoughts and everything is all coming from the brain, so when does the separation happen?
Well, that
It's
was the main
not.
reason
It's
why.
when you're. It's the argument that, and that's what I was saying. He didn't make the argument that you interact with your brain, like you use the brain, that you earn a brain,
Well,
and
you got to
so
remember. You got to remember the case of Phineas Gage. He was in a work accident where a portion of his frontal lobe cortex was removed, and he survived. And yet,
right.
his actions, according to his peers and his doctor, he was no longer himself. So
It became
there
a
is a physical reality to certain aspects of the physical components of the
I'd
brain.
have shot that shit straight down. Like, nigga, I ain't my
Yeah,
same self 10 years ago, nigga. I ain't the same
yeah.
we
self I
know.
was yesterday.
But see, now that's only based upon previous stimulations of all of the influences you have ever encountered that are going to be governed by how your brain functions, how your neurons are functioning, and the biology and your
You know
sociological
what I'm
environment,
saying?
all of that stuff.
I just want Bro Rob to know though that there's a like he got to make you explain some more on that though. He got to keep you talking
Yeah.
on that type of shit. Like it's, you know what I'm saying, he can't just let you have that and then even trying to meet you there. I would argue that there's a time to bring that shit back to the surface where your regular average person can relate. You know what I'm saying? Because you kind of deep down in there. I think if Bro Rob just bring it back with something simple, just as something simple as, well, yeah, but people change anyway. I don't know how that's a great point. That most people, that's just gonna register as a good point.
That's
Well,
why this is
he
goddamn
already,
devil. That's what.
Rob
Did y'all hear
did.
what he just said? Did y'all hear what
Hold
he
on,
said?
hold on. But
Nah,
Rob already consented in his opening statement. Right before he got into the meat of his argument, he said, yeah, you got biological situations that we are not in control of. And I think in that statement sort of gave more credence to my perspective in light of how the conversation ended up happening.
Yeah,
no,
but
agree.
Rob not asking you.
That's why the point is. That's why it's like. That's why I'm saying like Rob wanted to meet you at that level, and it's like nah, you let a nigga get lost in that on their own. Like, because
Yeah.
once you got to start getting into them super deep explanations and getting into the nuances, like the more specific you get, the more you get away from the central question of the debate. You may be more specific into the theory, but the conversation that the audience is a part of, you end up
Right.
taking them away from that thesis. But because brother Rob wanted to show that he could fuck with him on that level, then that's why they kept walking down that path together. Unlike
Right.
what Taz did, Taz would have, stopped the nigga in his track. Like, oh, you trying to you like, oh, his brain changed, so he changed. The nigga be like, but
That's
shit,
the first thing I'm finna ask.
change is normal though. Like you can
Yeah,
get into a car, you can get into a car accident, don't have no injury to your brain, but be a completely different person after the fact.
Well,
What do
yeah, you might get into a car accident and then not have like any physical injuries, but that neuroplasticity begins to function a little differently because it just went through a traumatic shaking experience in the car accident. And now you might just have a higher proclivity to being aware while you're in the car. And so
But
now
how
that
is any of
previous
that? How is
experience is
any of
still
that though,
governing.
Domo, an argument against free will? If y'all
hold
talking
on, hold
about
on.
getting into, go ahead.
No,
Well,
no,
because your
I'll answer that.
brain,
And this
he
is where
made it.
Taz would have got you. Because you would have started talking about neuroelasticity.
Yep.
You lost. You would have lost niggas. Because now you got to explain that. So while you going into a comment, they understand change and what change is, like just a natural phenomenon. You now got to explain neuroelasticity, and explain why that's something niggas should even care about. Why do I need to know what neuroelasticity is in the context of this conversation?
Well, I mean, we're not in control over it. So that's why it's relevant to the conversation.
Right, but you see how you got to bring it back to that
yeah, and I'm
neuroelasticity. Takes
saying,
off.
and you got 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And we just watching the clock run as you keep
Right.
saying that shit. And I'm meeting you right there on the surface level though. Because like I said, I really think it was a great debate, but there were points I think if Bro Rob just bring it back to simple, I can relate to it.
Yeah, I can dig that. I can dig that.
That's why, because even just now, you just said that you had the case where the dude lost part of his brain and he was no longer himself.
Yeah.
And
His
so
friends, his doctors, everybody said he was no longer acting like Phineas anymore.
because the first part I'm finna come in and ask is, okay, so the brain is already predetermining these things, correct?
Correct.
So that's me predetermining these things, right?
No,
How not?
the brain is functioning beyond your own conceptual framework of you making decisions.
But
Who
it's
is
a
So this
part
you?
of
would be
me.
more or less
Because hold
related to
on,
the subconscious.
hold on, but
Man,
who
that's
is
crazy,
you?
man.
Because the
That's some
you is an
wild shit.
illusion of the brain in the first place.
Correct.
I didn't hear what you said, Blue.
Who is the you? Because the you is an illusion of the brain.
The you is my brain.
Well, as it relates to identity, yes, the individual in question, the brain in question, is going to coalesce and collapse into one entity. So that would be the individual in question. Again,
But even
we
to
have to
collapse
assess.
into
We have to
being
assess. We
two
have to
different entities.
assess. Not quite. Not quite. Because just because you lack a portion of your brain does not mean you're not yourself. Again, Phineas was still Phineas, even though he lacked a piece of his brain. The only issue
Right.
was his frontal lobe concept was gone, and a portion of other rational faculties were gone. And as such, this causes major disruption in normative actions for this individual,
But that
demonstrating
doesn't
physical
eliminate
correlations
Phineas's.
between. Go ahead.
And I think this is what Willie's about to say. Like, but who is Phineas then? If the Phineas that if we're looking at the same physical individual, like the same material person, but we're saying he's not him. You know what I mean? And that's what complicates the question of
His
is
behaviors.
am I the brain or am I experiencing the brain? Is the brain
So his
So
experiencing?
yeah,
that's
his
not really
behaviors,
where I was going with it. What I
his
was saying
behaviors,
was
his
it
behaviors
still
have a
doesn't
major thing.
eliminate his ability to have free will, right? He
At,
still has choice at the end of the day, even if the brain lines him up to make a certain choice, right? Like a
Well,
lot
no,
of
the conversation
times,
we having is more so about this question itself. I don't. This part is like how is like also how you get away from how when you start getting more specific into the free will conversation, who's making the decision, you inevitably get into this question of self that has to be resolved to decide who's making that decision in the first place. And so it's like we've gotten off of that question, but you see
I
how
would focus
I
on
was
Will
it
about to
from a
bring that
space
up.
of ability, right? You have the ability to make the other choice. It's not locked in, like you don't have a
No, but
choice, no
no,
matter
who is
how
the
your
you? Hold on,
neuro
hold on,
synaptics
you missing
operate.
it though. You keep saying your neural. You are that neural.
Correct. I'm agreeing with you. Nah, I get what you're
That's what
saying.
I'm saying. But when you say your neural, because he's making an argument that this process is taking place first, and then you make the decision.
No, and then
So
you have conscious awareness of what your brain has already determined.
see
Your
that like
neural.
that's what I'm saying. What your brain, you are your brain.
like that's it is circular. Like, because if you're saying you are the brain, then you don't have you're not conscious of what the brain is doing.
Man,
Correct. You don't
You're
have
conscious.
direct.
I mean,
You
I pointed that out in the rebuttal. That must have fell flat.
Yeah, you
When
did.
I said,
I don't think
I
you
literally
did that.
said,
he did
this
point it
is a
out.
circular argument.
I
Literally.
Right.
don't know. I think your
Yeah,
position
bro.
is just as circular as mine to some degree,
What I said
especially.
where you was coming up short, brother Rob, is like you may have pointed that out, but you still didn't bridge the gap to the conversation though. Like, so you showed a level of competence on the subject, but in terms of making it using it to your advantage to where your argument is stronger, It did. You
It didn't
didn't do
happen. Because that like the moment he can't separate, you can't let him separate you from the brain. You can't allow him to do that. That can't at no point take place in the argument. So the moment he's making an argument that this is taking place this amount of seconds before you actually choose it, that automatically got to click off as a lie. Like, hold on, bro, where you getting that from? How is that possible? Where's this you? And where's the separation between you and the brain? And so that had to be the argument.
But
You was gonna
so
have to make
outside of
prove
the
that.
debate, where we standing at on free will?
I'm a
No,
compatibilist outside of the debate. I'm a
yeah, I'm
compatibilist.
saying no. You don't have no
You
free
said
will.
compatibilist?
Yes, sir.
I don't even know what that is, bro. That
It
sounds
means
like
it means I
LGBTQ.
it means I deny libertarian free will, but do see some sense of freedom in
That
the human species.
libertarian free. Slow down, brother, because you finna libertarian free will. Break that one down for me.
Yeah,
Right.
Brother Rob gave a great definition for libertarian free will, and that definition is to be able to act freely without any external influences. An independent action that's not influenced by external
Huh?
forces. I want to say that was the way in which Rob gave that definition. Rob, if you don't mind,
Yeah, I
could you
thought that was
reread
Yeah,
your
yeah,
definition?
that
I
was
don't
pretty
get
much
this.
it. And
yeah,
that was
it was.
almost verbatim, bro.
Yeah,
So
and
Yeah,
that's why I
that
thought it was dangerous
yeah,
because
that don't
it's
make sense.
nothing but
I'm sorry.
outside forces that are causing you to make choices.
You said it's
Like,
nothing but outside forces.
No.
yeah,
Right.
correct.
But
Yeah.
when you
So
walk into a room and somebody tells you to pick a seat, that's an outside choice that dictating
No,
on
if
where
you
you
get
sit.
that
If you
example.
get an umbrella because it's raining, the rain is an outside
No.
factor.
Listen. Outside choices do determine your decision, man. I'm not denying that. I'm saying when you say only or nothing but outside choices,
no, outside of irregards of outside of pressures or forces external.
irregardless of outside choices, you still
Yes,
have to make a decision.
that's what libertarian free will is. The ability to act freely from any external forces. That's basically what libertarian free will is.
And that
Yeah,
makes
I
absolutely
don't
no
get it.
sense,
Yeah,
man.
I don't get
Without
none of this
yeah.
shit,
outside
bro.
I
Y'all going down rabbit holes,
I
mixed
wouldn't have
in the
agreed with that
portals.
definition. Yeah,
I
That's
mean,
why
because
I was
even in
like,
the
I
midst of
wouldn't use.
outside
I
forces,
think
free
we tried
will.
to outsmart. Sometimes we try to outsmart the subject. You know what I'm saying? Because free will, I don't even think it's that deep. But y'all
Nah.
got it.
there's a lot of different definitions. That's why Rob
No
went to the
definitions,
philosophy definition.
correct. Nah,
The
I agree
only
with
thing
you.
is, like, it almost separates the fact that you can use your free will within the space of those outside forces,
The
right?
free will
Doubt,
is just that. You got the
right?
free will to do anything that you want to do. But with that, it's like the world we live in is bipolar. It's a yin to every yang. So with free will is also consequence. So you could do everything you could do whatever you freely choose to do, but you live in a world where everybody else
See,
are.
but it was the
Yeah,
definition,
but
though.
if death
Like
is one of those
the
consequences, do you have a choice?
Yes, you could choose to die.
So was slavery a
so
choice?
the
No,
like
no,
when
no,
I
no. Listen, slavery was a choice for the niggas who chose to enslave you. Somebody can impede on your free will.
or you could choose to live
So
harmoniously.
you could
It's
have,
like
but you could have died. Hold on, you could have chose to die.
Yeah, and you didn't choose to die. You
you didn't
chose to
choose to
stay a
die.
slave. That was a choice. That was your choice, nigga. Or your people choice. Or you
Rather
could
than
have
say
did
you
something.
chose to be
I said,
So,
enslaved,
hey,
I'd
bro.
rather
So
say
it
you
wasn't.
chose
So it
life.
was the choice. So
You
Kanye
chose
was
no,
life.
right.
no, no,
You
no,
chose
no.
to
on
No,
live.
it
some
wasn't a
Yeezy
choice for
shit.
those that
No,
was
it was
born
not a
into it and did
choice,
not know
bro.
that they had a
How
choice.
did
Some
No,
you
it
people was
choose
wasn't.
born
success
into
No,
on Yeezy
slavery,
shit?
no, I'm not saying.
and it
I'm
was the
saying,
You had
culture.
Bobby as MAGA hat.
no, it wasn't no motherfucking. I ain't said you say give me my MAGA hat task.
Yeah, now I don't like saying you chose to be a slave because you didn't
Nah, he's saying
choose to have
no. Fuck all
destruction.
that. I didn't
Now
say.
I'm
They
I
saying
didn't
that
chose
they
say.
not to
chose to
die.
No,
live.
no. Wait,
They
I,
chose not to
Listen to
die
what I'm
from
saying.
being
right.
slaves.
Oh wait. I answered his question, but he changed it at the end. He said, "Was slavery a choice?" Slavery. Anytime you ask that question, automatically being black, your mind go to what? Being the slave. But we're talking about slavery. The niggas who chose to set up slavery, yes, that was their choice.
But I'm
Was being
saying for the
enslaved a
slaves,
choice?
though, it wasn't a choice. It was an outside factor that was there. To choose
Join the
to
league with that
live,
type shit.
You say
to
what?
choose
Join
to
the league.
live was their
Join the
choice.
league and try some shit like that, Bob.
Try what?
Cleaning that up.
That type of argumentation. That was crazy, bro.
Nigga, slave, bro. Hold on, wait a minute. If he say slavery was the choice, and I say, yeah, the niggas who chose to enslave you chose to do that. Yes, that was that's the choice that they chose. Yes, slavery was a
Yeah, but
choice
the
by
argument
somebody.
could be
So what
made
about the
that
other side?
the argument could be made that
They
they didn't
impeded.
choose to
They
do that,
chose to
right?
impede on somebody's free will to
Hold
Nah,
on,
not be
though.
a slave.
Bobby, they gonna hit
sorry,
you
man.
with so many whatabouts that like you gonna wish you never said that.
No, I'm not mad at the what. I'm not mad about the whataboutisms. I'm saying it's like
Now, if 10
hold on,
minutes,
bro. Rob,
if,
listen to me. At some point, you become like a child. It's like if you keep saying, "But what if this? What if that?" If some point you're not satisfied with the answer, then you the one that need to reevaluate.
that's where you got
I'm gonna find
you have
satisfaction.
to give a satisfactory answer.
You say I have to what,
You have to give a satisfactory answer.
bro? Rob, don't debate wisdom me right now. I'm not a debater.
Nah,
I don't
I'm
have to
saying,
do that. Don't debate with you.
nah,
Give me
man,
debate wisdom.
that time constraints and the framing is all important when
Once you
we
say
talking
time
about the way you
constraints,
answer the
I'm gonna
that's
put G
debate.
next to
That's debate
Kanye West
wisdom.
and let you fight for your
That's
life.
debate wisdom.
Man.
Wait, I'm just saying you can attack me, Blue, with all of that, with slavery, with choice, and all of that. I'm saying did every nigga who became a slave choose to stay a slave?
No, but none of
Nigga?
them chose
No.
No,
slavery.
wait, damn. I
None of
didn't
them
say that.
chose slavery, though.
That right
No.
Like some of
because
them
we live
chose
in a
to
world,
live.
bro. Because we live in a world where you have free
Exactly.
will, but you also live in a world where other people have free will too, and the
But
will
wait,
to
No.
impede
No,
on
but
your
wait, but
will.
wait, wait,
I
wait.
remember
chose
Hear what I'm
life. I
hold
didn't
on, hear
this
what
choose
I'm
was
saying,
about
slavery.
Blue.
The
concept,
choice
but
was life or
remember
death.
Hear what I'm
The
saying.
choice
They
was
didn't
life or death.
choose
I
they
chose
that
choose
life.
was
to have to make these decisions in the context of slavery. They didn't choose that. Now, some
but do
chose
you
life,
have a choice when
some
your
chose
choice is
life,
death?
some chose death. I get what you're saying. But choosing to be a slave, no, that wasn't a choice for them.
No,
No, but
That
choosing to
was
be
the
a slave was
outside.
not a choice that they
no.
made.
I
No,
mean, but
that was a
that's
choice. That's a choice somebody else made for them, which brings me back to the free will
Correct. So
thing.
their
Like
choice
people can
was, do
impede
you
on
live
your
or do
free
you die?
will, bro.
but that's what I'm saying though. So when you say that, if that's what I asked, if consequence, if death is a consequence, do you really have a choice?
No, death ain't a
Yes.
consequence. Death is
Yes.
a constant, nigga. Death ain't that. Death is
No,
something
no,
that
that's
gotta happen.
no. I'm not saying what death is. I'm saying if death is one of the consequences,
Yes.
Of what?
if it's this or death,
Hmm.
Life or
anything.
death?
Yeah, if
But
you
see, I
choose,
think I don't
Hey,
know.
hey,
no, if
The,
I
the
you're
think the
only
no,
thing
same
no
is,
reason I say
situation.
hey,
yes, Blue,
because we brung it
niggas
up, I
choose
just wanna
death
Blue
or
basically
choose death.
saying once you
hey,
add death to the
yo,
question, it's no longer a choice. Like you changing
No,
it
it
up
because
is.
now.
hey,
Okay.
That's
Niggas
what
because
I
choose
feel like he's
death.
saying.
just for
Pretty much,
history.
yeah.
Look, let
So,
me
dude,
just say this for
all right,
history, right?
that's crazy.
Hey, it was constant rebellion, constant resistance. We never accepted it. That's a fact. You know what I mean? It was constant.
Yeah, but
You
I'm
know what I
saying
mean?
some niggas stand on that shit. Give me liberty or give me death. Nigga,
And
you
that's the
just because
problem with
death is the
death.
other option,
Yeah,
it
Yeah.
is still a
it should
choice.
never be understood that we just accepted slavery. That was never the case. It was constant resistance.
But
Constant.
Right.
when you
I
try
just
to say that, oh, give me liberty or give me death, like the choice was death or slavery. Self-preservation is a part of our biological makeup.
Not
That's a
necessarily.
choice, though.
Yeah, you have to
Fontaine, it's still a
overcome that
choice.
though, Bobby. You got to
Yeah,
overcome that.
Wait,
your
hold on, Fontaine.
subconscious
I
will
never
lead
said.
you
You're naturally
Fontaine,
going
you
to try
still
to
have the
survive. If a
free
person
will
put
to
a
be
gun in your
mankind.
face, if a person put a gun in your face, most of us are
You
going to choose
still
to
Hold
have
on,
live.
the
but
free
Fontaine,
will to
you
try to
be
skipping.
smother
Hold on,
alternative.
yourself.
Fontaine. Listen to me though. Listen to me, Wall Street. If somebody put a gun to you, you're correct. I'm saying, but we live in a complex world to where once you put the gun to yourself, then what?
Bro, it's hard. You know what
Stop,
percentage
come
of
on,
people
man. Don't
can
cut
do
me.
that?
Blue, it don't matter if bro,
Try
this is what
smothering. No, hold on,
stop,
but you
bro. Hold
can't.
on,
No,
blue,
try
blue, blue,
smothering
blue,
yourself and
stop,
see
blue.
how
We
successful
can,
you'll be.
bro. I'm just saying, yes, it's hard to bite off your tongue or stab yourself or do something like that, but
Yeah,
people
'cause
can
your
choose.
brain is gonna
Bro,
fight.
stop, blue.
I'm saying the fear of
Stop,
death
blue. Stop
doesn't
saying that your
eliminate
brain
free
go
will.
fight it, and we live in a time where more people commit suicide than any other time in history. Stop
Yeah, bro,
saying that.
but the way that they do it, bro,
You
says a
don't
lot.
know because you ain't in their brain. So that's
You do.
another lie. You keep saying, but the way they do it. Ain't none
Yo,
of you
Yeah.
niggas, bro. Nobody
niggas
on
do
this
crimes in
nobody on this
states
panel
that
ever
they
killed
know.
themselves. So you
For
don't
this
know what go
crime,
through your
it's
brain
the
when you do
death
that.
penalty.
That's
How
my
many
They
point.
still
people you
choose
know
to do it.
smothered themselves?
I know people that drown themselves, but see what you saying, like putting a pillow over your own face, like that's what I'm saying. You could make the choice. Yeah, you probably could smother
Drown
yourself with a
themselves?
pillow.
Could they swim?
I'm sick
Yeah,
of blue,
people
cuz.
drown themselves.
Bro,
They
I'm talking
walk
about
into
I'm
the
talking about
ocean.
nigga fill up the bathtub and just sit there, nigga. What the fuck are you talking? I'm done, bro. Niggas say, can he
Nah,
swim? What
nah,
the
Hey,
fuck
bro.
is going
hold
on, bro?
on,
Nah.
Can they
hold on,
swim?
hold
Ain't
on,
nobody
y'all.
just sat in the bathtub, bro, and
Hold
Hey,
just
on,
bro, I'm
hold
finna,
on,
drowned.
hold
hey,
on.
but see, this is what I'm saying. I don't like giving
They
personal
had
opinions on
to have
here. I
had
don't even like giving
something
personal.
else,
That's why I don't
bro.
even like saying shit, because when you say shit like that and a nigga say, man, ain't nobody ever did that.
Bro, nobody can drown themselves in a fucking bathtub,
Okay,
bro.
I'm
Blue, I
done,
got
bro.
one
I'm
question for
done.
you,
Right
Blue.
there, Blue shouldn't
I
even
got,
debate no more
I
if he
got
feel like
one question
nobody
for you,
never
Blue.
drowned
I think
themselves
he
in a
means they
bathtub.
can't do it
Like,
without like using
like,
something to
bro, you
hold
would need
themselves down.
something.
Like
No,
You
they
you
got,
don't,
gotta,
bro. No, what
they would
Fontaine?
have to be
you
high.
Fontaine,
can't just
They need
hold
some
yourself under
But
the
you
fuel.
can
water and then
walk
once you
into
stop,
an
Yeah,
ocean
you
Fontaine,
and
just
what do
gonna
you
drown
hold
mean?
yourself.
yourself.
You
Fontaine,
can
I
throw
know,
yourself off
Fontaine,
the
I
edge
know,
of a ship and
Fontaine, I
drown
know
yourself.
niggas that then filled up the tub, went underwater, and just start breathing. What you
yeah,
talking
But
about?
most people can't do that.
That's different. Yeah, I like that. That was a good
yeah,
argument right there.
breathing.
Still drowning. That's
What you
still
saying,
drowning.
Fontaine? That they ain't for them niggas then checked out on life and they say, nigga, I'm finna do it this way, that way, this way, set myself on fire, stab my own self. Niggas in Japan literally
Yeah.
commit harikari. They sit there
Niggas
and they
do be
stab
setting
themselves through the
themselves on
stomach.
fire.
It's motherfuckers who could do that. Buddhist people set themselves on fire for fucking shit. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, bro, but
It's people,
removing
bro.
yourself from
I'm saying
air is
on
a
the
big
earth,
difference.
it's people with the will to do everything, whether it's all
Yeah.
varying degrees. It's a nigga in Siberia that's so dry, nigga, he could touch 1,000 volts of electricity because
Bro,
ain't no fucking moisture running through
and,
his body. Like it's all type
and
of weird shit out here.
ain't nobody
This
filled
nigga
up no
Bobby be doing
bathtub
so good,
and
then he go
drowned
left.
themselves, bro,
I don't care,
without
man.
aid.
You saying can't nobody do it, and I'm saying
No.
plenty of people have done it.
Right. Like I got
What
homies
part
that's
of
been
their
shot.
brain wasn't working, bro?
I got homies that's been shot
All
in
right,
their
I'm done.
temple and they survived.
Hey, look here, man. This the test, right? And they even did this. It's psychological. You can't even bite through your own skin.
Yeah.
It's a fact. You know what I
Most
mean?
Something
people
has
can't
to
bite
be
through
wrong
their
with
own
your
skin,
brain.
bro, Rob.
That's what
Most
I'm
people.
saying. If you can, bro, you're missing something in your brain.
No, bro, you didn't just say I'm shutting off the part of my brain that's telling me not to do this, and I'm
Nigga, you
pushing
can't
forward,
shut shit
bro. I'm
off.
pushing
What the hell
forward
are
with
you
my
talking about?
bro. Listen, check this out. You
You
could
gonna
cut
shut off?
your hey, bro. You get put in the right situation, you cut your own arm off if it
Word.
means surviving. I don't give a
Bro,
fuck what you talking about.
just think
It's a
about
lot of
what
shit
situation
it's
you
a
in.
lot of shit that your mind can. It's a lot of shit that your mind can do. Process, shut off, turn on.
Like
When
It's
we
a
in
lot
definitely
that you would have to do, bro,
hold
in
on,
order
but
to
we
survive.
hold on, but
You
we
talking about to
definitely
survive.
And I'm saying on the if I'm saying if it's
No,
if
no,
your
listen
mind
to what you just
no,
said.
but
If you
let me
had
finish what
to,
I'm
your
saying.
mind will let you
And
chop
let
your
me
leg
finish
off
what I'm
to
saying. And I'm
survive.
saying if your mind can do that for survival, it can do that for the opposite
No,
end to leave
no,
this
sir,
motherfucker.
sir. You
And
don't have
bro,
that
you ain't
type
finna
of
serve me,
control.
bro. You ain't finna serve me
You
tonight,
don't
bro.
have that
If
type
your
of
mind can
control.
do, bro, so if your mind can do that to live, you saying your mind can't do that to die.
Nigga, you
I'm
ain't
asking,
setting
Blue.
that part
Blue,
off
I'm
for your
asking
brain.
you. If your mind can
No.
do that to live, you saying if a nigga want to leave the earth, his mind can't do the same thing.
No, because that
All
part
right,
of
I'm
your
done. You
mind
got it.
is programmed for you to live.
Yeah, but
It's
And
literally
what about the
programmed
people?
to
Yeah,
And
but
keep
what
you
niggas,
and
alive.
niggas put
what
the
about the
cannon
people?
to their
Hold on.
head
And what
every
about the
day
people
and
who
pull
got
out
the
Bro,
will?
trigger.
Because
you
this
talking
all been
about,
about will.
bro,
What
you
about
talking
the
about,
people who got the will to push past that? What about the person who got the will to push past the pain to keep running even though his legs side? What I'm saying, nigga, the mind. You keep saying what the mind can do,
to
and the
push
mind ain't
past
I
even
it.
been
agree.
studied
Bro, just
properly by
pay
science to
attention.
even know what
To
the fuck
push
the mind can
past
do.
it. The
We know
the
what
brain is the
mind,
we know.
reason why you push past
the
The
it.
brain,
mind,
I want
bro.
to get
The
back to
brain,
that
the brain is
conversation,
the
like
the
when y'all
brain
was
is
trying to
what
say
the
we
mind
separate from our
functions
brain,
through.
though.
The brain is what the mind functions through. Science still don't even know where the thoughts in your brain come from. The brain is the interface. The shit that's in your brain is like information, like buying a computer and putting shit on there. You don't know where the shit come from.
yeah, like we can think about a triangle, and yet no matter how much science so far being done, you can't just crack open someone's head and boom, find the triangle they're thinking about. So that is true.
Hmm.
You can't lie if
Interesting
you say
thought.
on crib, cuz it's impossible to lie.
Man, tell them again, Moo Moo.
If you say on crib, cuz you can't.
That's out. You know he telling the truth. Nah, but I mean, I think that's kind of an argument if you kind of make it, you separate you from your brain to an extent, which I think Five
I'm
was trying
separating
to get right
individuals
back
from
there.
individuals, Blue. I'm saying it's two individuals. It's one person who, if they tear their Achilles, it's like being shot through the fucking chest with a shotgun. And it's another person that can tear that shit and get up and fucking still hobble off the fucking basketball court.
LeBron.
So, so,
Like
Yeah,
so,
but
because
that's based
it,
off of the brain.
so
You can't
yeah,
control
and I'm
that.
saying each
can't
individual
control
has
what a
control
brain.
of that. That's what I'm. Yes, you do have
Bro,
control of
they
that.
don't control, bro. You cannot control whether you're gonna get blasted by a shotgun and be able to get up and keep walking, bro.
I like how he heard blasted by a shotgun, but didn't hear my analogy at all. Ain't that crazy? Fontaine, ain't that crazy, Fontaine? I like out of all that shit he heard, he said, "So you mean to tell me a nigga get shot by a shotgun, he gonna get up and walk off?"
That's what I heard.
Hey, but
He
blue,
got
blue, limited,
No, that
blasted.
ain't
limited
what.
options,
Imagine
No,
if that was
limited
Fontaine.
Hold
options
on,
does not
Don't say, hold
disqualify
on,
free kill.
Mumu. I can't let this nigga with cognitive dissonance run past my point when he obviously didn't listen to nothing. Was any of my point about being shot with a shotgun? Anybody else?
No.
I
So
don't
how
think
did you hear that,
shotgun was
Blue?
involved in the conversation.
You literally said one person was shot and the other person
That
wasn't.
ain't what I said at all.
No,
Neither.
you said both
That ain't what
persons
I
got
said.
shot.
No,
Hold
I
on, you
didn't
said
say
both
that
people
neither.
got shot
I
and one
didn't
of
say
them
that
got up
neither. I didn't say that
and
neither.
correct.
No, I didn't say
What you
nobody
said?
got no. I
So what
said
happened to the two people?
I said it's two. I say two people can tear their Achilles,
Nigga
and
said they got shot. What the fuck?
the first person will feel a pain like they got shot by a shotgun. The second thing will walk it off. And
Nigga blue.
and because you ain't listening to shit I'm
That
saying, you
still
say,
ain't a
so you mean
choice,
to tell me
bro.
niggas get shot by shotguns and get up and walk off?
That still ain't a
That
choice,
nigga
bro.
got shot in the ankle.
That is the
Right.
truth, Fontaine. So you
It's
mean to
like
tell me
the
you ain't, bro? I done seen a nigga break his arm and the bone come out, and that nigga be like, damn.
hold
And I seen
on.
another nigga
Mm,
break a fucking fingernail, and a nigga be like, my fucking
me?
nail. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like I
That's
done seen
based
this
on your
shit.
The
brain.
fuck you
It's
talking
kind of
about?
it's kind of like the difference between Kobe and his Achilles tear and Halliburton and his Achilles tear.
There we
The
go.
right?
Boom. Kobe walked
Okay.
off the
Mhm.
Kobe shot free throws and walked off the court. Halliburton screamed in pain. Both them niggas snapped their Achilles.
Nah, man, y'all not gonna do that, bro. That's crazy.
But I mean, no,
Westbrook
he
literally
is
tore
kind of
his
like
meniscus
But
and played
did
3 more
Halliburton feel
quarters.
the pain or did his brain feel the pain?
I'm saying
it's
this.
both.
When you
Ah.
listen to Kobe tell you that the pain that he felt in that moment was so crazy, but your will to overcome certain things is different for other people.
Is it
But
your
bro,
will or is it your brain will? Is
that's
your
your
will a
brain.
part of your brain?
It's your will because I listen. Motherfucker taught me how to do the cold bath. You see what I'm saying? At first, I wasn't able to do it until somebody was like teaching me breathing techniques and shit like that. Now I can sit in that motherfucker for a full minute.
So your brain has been trained to sit in there for a full minute now.
Somebody taught you how to take a cold bath.
A cold plunge, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta pause that.
I ain't gotta pause shit, nigga. Hey, check this out. From now on, any nigga that pause me, I'm gonna shoot it. From now on, for Taz, any of you niggas, Blue, y'all pause me, I'm gonna shoot it right back at you and say, all you niggas think of gay shit 24/7. I'm done.
That ain't making no better.
I'm done. Nope. I'm gonna shoot it right back at you. Go Fontaine thinking of some gay shit. He live in Atlanta.
Back at you earlier. It's only so long.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna say pause, man. I'm sorry. I just can't help it, bro.
He living
Pause
A,
is hilarious to me, bro.
It's funny to me too.
Sometimes it's warranted and sometimes it's just funny.
Hey, you know what?
Say some outrageous shit, but we can't just pause everything.
Everybody on the call
I'm not from the
reacted.
Midwest. I'm not a pause person, so.
Hey, look,
So,
hold up.
so we all up here having a
first way.
predetermined conversation because Courtney won.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you funny as hell. I was just gonna say I'm about to dip. Shouts out to the panel, shouts out to Psycho, shouts out to the audience. Again, big up to Brother Rob. I enjoyed tonight's debate.
Man, as well, brother. Listen.
Hey, yeah, before y'all two leave, I do want to say, yeah, good ad debate. I ain't get my chance to say that, but good debate, bro. Both sides. Good ad debate.
Yeah, gratitude. Yeah, I got to get ready for work in the morning. I got to wake up in like 4 hours, so I need to get some keys in.
Drop the link for Buddha with his crazy ass talk. That nigga said it's the cells that have an instinct to live, not the brain.
He said what?
Bro, he said it's the cells that have the instinct to live, not the brain. So,
hey, yeah, but Blue, a lot of times you be bringing up like
one purpose: to keep your ass alive.
Less free will.
Like when
you can still have free will within those options.
Do your cells have free will?
Like when you walking towards an edge, right, and you feel and you get that little fear that you get when you too high up, that ain't your cells. That's your goddamn subconscious telling you, nigga, you're too close to the edge. Get the fuck back.
What about the nigga that don't go back though?
Does your subconscious exist without your cells?
Does your subconscious exist without your cells? I would say yeah, but I don't think that the subconscious emerges from the brain. But
what the hell you think it comes
technically?
Oh yeah, I forgot who I'm asking. Don't even answer that, dude.
I mean, but I would have to say though, because like, do these cells have their what are these cells doing? They operating in like as individuals. Like they have an individual consciousness.
I don't know if they have any consciousness at all.
What gives them an instinct to live?
The body is a computer, and the subconscious is like your background running apps.
I'm finna get into that on Thursday, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you got transhuman. What's y'all actual title? My bad, Bobby.
Yeah, should we embrace transhumanism?
All right.
Where you stand on that, Blue? You say, yeah, nigga, hook you up to the
Hell
machine.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, real quick, man, I gotta go lay it down too, man. Hey, I appreciate all y'all coming through, listening to the debate tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get better, and I just need to, listen back, and I appreciate all the feedback, but I'm about to go lay it down, folks.
You already know it. Enjoy it.
I had you winning, bro. But
no doubt, bro, Rob.
Yeah.
Good debate, man.
You lost.
Salute, bro, Rob.
Yeah, I had a toss up.
Bro.
I didn't see Courtney rapid fire, and I didn't see they closing up. So that's why I ain't voting nothing.
It was just for me, Courtney's premise made a little bit more sense. And Rob's, it was a little bit too everywhere. Like I have a lot going on where it wasn't really positive. Like it just I don't know. It just wasn't it just didn't connect for me. Like the as far as like your talent, different things that you were able to do. Uh, like he showed the blues player. Um, but like I'm not sure like where it's like he just had the choice. You know what I mean? I don't know if you got the choice to be good. You might have the choice to play, but being good is something different. I think you kind of you gotta have it, or you either have it or you don't for a lot of
Nah,
shit.
that ain't true. Practice makes perfect. You crazy as hell. You
But
cannot be
Blue,
good at something you practice
how
at.
is that an issue of free will? What you're describing? Because
So
like say
so
if you're born, like say if you're born
how
with certain
how
genetics and talents or whatever, that has nothing to do with your right or your ability to make whatever decision you want to make. That's outside of your ability to be good at something.
yeah, so you think that the difference between LeBron and other people is just practice?
Right. So what I'm saying is, if 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 we born with certain genetics, if my mama was
Partially,
short,
yes.
right. So LeBron having the genetics that LeBron has, that has nothing to do with free will. That's the result of two people being together, and then their genetics come together, and that's what they come up with. But within LeBron being LeBron and having his genetics, he still has the free will of to make the choices he want to make. Just like a dude that's 5'4" and 120 pounds or whatever, and don't have the
So when you're 6'8", running a 4.4 with a 48 inch vertical, how many choices exactly do you think you like? Yeah, your
You got
free
choices
plenty.
will
are
though,
Bro,
Blue.
you got a lot of choices.
NFL,
What you
You
mean?
got plenty, bro.
NBA,
That nigga got all the choices that
MLB.
anybody else. What
Plenty.
is what is he
The hell
talking
you talking
about?
about?
Nigga,
Plenty, bro.
LeBron James
Look, you
could have
didn't have to
easily
be
have
there.
been a fucking neurosurgeon.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
a 6'8", 250 nigga digging around in your brain. Yes, nigga. That could have easily been that.
Pause.
Don't fuck you, Fontaine. Fontaine
Okay,
think about digging the
so
nigga's brain. That's
so
all I would say.
so how much practice do you need to average a triple double
A lot.
and
Yeah, but it
five
don't
two?
matter though,
Man,
Blue.
pause that, nigga. That
What's
nigga
that got
said
to
Five
do
triple
with
double.
two
everybody's free
at
will?
5'2". How long before you start averaging a triple double? Before you average 5 rebounds?
Nothing to do
Oh,
with the
wait.
results.
How
Like
much
if
practice?
like the free
Nah,
will is choosing to say that.
time out. Free will ain't got nothing to do with the outcome. What the fuck is
It
wrong with you,
is
Blue? No, wait a minute. Free
because
will
it's
is
part of the reason
stop.
why
Blue. No,
whether I'm gonna keep going or
no.
not.
You keep looking at that. You keep looking at the end result and trying to debate that as free will. I'm saying free will is I'm 5'2". I don't even supposed to be playing basketball, but guess what? I'm finna get my ass out there anyway. Cause I've got the free will to do so. I ain't never got to average a triple double. I ain't never got to score a point. But I got the will to get out here and fuck up all day or get as good as I can possibly get. That's the free will part. The result part of it ain't got nothing to do with your actual free will to do it.
So you could just show LeBron James as free will, bro, and then just
Wait.
drop the
You keep
bars.
saying
You could hold
LeBron
on.
You
James.
You
arguing
could
a
just
Bro,
villain,
show.
wait.
bro.
You
You could
keep
just
arguing
show
the end
LeBron
result.
James
You keep
and
arguing
then
the end
drop the
result.
bars. Well, you could just be on at the rec, my nigga, shooting the rap by yourself.
Again,
You
you
Y'all
arguing a
got
arguing the
it.
villainy
end
though. That
result. You're
ain't that
arguing
ain't free will.
that ain't even free will what you're arguing, Blue. You arguing the end result. I'm talking about the actual free will to do anything you want to.
Y'all
The
act
thought,
like you
the
showed
reaction.
Meg the wino, bro, playing the saxophone.
Okay, you keep saying, bro.
Crazy.
Listen, you playing the saxophone has nothing to do with you playing the saxophone well. You have the
It does.
free
It
will.
has
No,
everything to do with
listen.
me playing the
No, it
saxophone.
don't, because you got
No,
free
you can be
will.
the trashiest
Free
nigga on
will,
the
right? Free
saxophone and
will
play that
just mean
motherfucker
that
every day.
I got the power to go get a fucking saxophone and start doing what the
Without
fuck I want to do with it.
outside
Bro,
influence.
hey Blue, check this
Y'all
out.
wanna hear
If
me
I
play
go
the
buy the
guitar?
saxophone and I just start beating niggas upside the head with it, I got the will to do that. It don't matter what the fuck I do with this saxophone.
No, bro, you talking about a choice?
That's free will. Free will is
No,
your
it's not.
choices.
No, it's
So
not.
what is free will? I know they said it in the thing, but what is free will to you? I guess, Bobby.
Yeah,
Blue.
it's the. I mean, well, to me, they took it out of context in general. I mean, technically, it's really kind of a philosophical argument around God.
I guarantee you,
So I
if
don't
you
know how
look up the
that
definition of free will, choice is finna be in there somewhere. So if you say free will ain't
without
choice, you
without
already wrong.
outside influence.
It don't matter what. Nobody influencing me if I say I'm finna go pick up a saxophone today and just fuck around with it. That's just my choice.
Yeah, they did. Why did you decide to pick up a saxophone?
Because I wanted to.
Why? How did you even know what the fuck a saxophone was and what to do with it?
Because I live life, nigga.
And during living life, what happened? How did you come across
During living life, you interact with things. And another thing that you can do while living life is meditate within your own brain and come up with imaginary things that have nothing to do with nobody.
So at some point, you heard somebody play the saxophone.
I could have never heard nobody play a saxophone.
Somebody handed it to you.
I could have just been sitting in the woods, bro. I could have been born in the woods somewhere and just imagining, what if somebody had some shit that I could do? Yeah, and then just went somewhere.
So imagine something right now that doesn't exist.
Imagine something right now that don't exist.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
A gun that shoot out cats.
Sir, that exists already.
And then he did
both of those.
Hold on.
Both of those
did
exist.
it. What gun you know that shoot cats out?
Sir, a gun exists and cats exist.
No, see, you see
and
what
you
he just
create
did.
something that does not exist.
You see what he just did? Move.
all.
He said, think of something that don't exist. It's a gun that shoot cats?
Sir, a gun exists.
No. Fuck what you talking about. You said, think of something that don't exist. Is there a gun that shoot out cats?
Yes. You want to see it? I'll kill you with that right now. You want to see it?
So
hold on.
The Artemis flight wasn't
hold on,
free will?
Real quick. Do you want to see a gun that shoots out cats? You want to see it?
No, I don't. I don't want to see that.
That's easy.
You about to turn that shit to a bar, nigga.
Yeah.
I just see that shit.
I want to know the real life gun where I buy one where I can stuff a stray alley cat in that bitch and shoot him at your ass. Hell yeah.
And Peter gonna come get y'all, nigga.
Peter don't give a fuck about them cats in the hood. Go ahead, Jazz. I'm done.
I'm just listening.
So is the Artemis flight wasn't free will? That was predetermined? Going around the moon? That wasn't free will?
Nah.
That's crazy.
No, that's predetermined already.
Space travel was predetermined.
Yeah, they were picked to go around.
It was predetermined for humans to space travel.
Yeah.
Heard yourself not your body is making the decision, but you're not making the decision. That's
predetermined based on you looking up.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm not my body. Who the fuck am I? I'm lost. I am not my skin.
You saw yourself doing something and you're not choosing to do it, but you doing it. Like that happens in your life.
I am not my hair.
That ain't you said you see yourself doing something and you choose not to do it. When that happens?
I'm not my brain.
Am I high right now? You said it's niggas that done been outside their body watching themselves do shit.
I thought it said
And have we ever not experienced we've never experienced not having free will?
I agree with that.
You never
Something.
I've experienced
And
not having free will. The motherfucker wouldn't let me out that cell.
so not under the
Yeah.
influence of anything. When do you? But my hand is on the wheel and I'm driving, but I'm really not driving. Like I'm really not choosing to do that. When have you had that experience?
Oh, when I let Jesus take the wheel.
I ain't never had that experience.
Wow.
All niggas who let Jesus take the wheel ain't on earth no more. Go art in heaven with your father.
I don't know if Mumu was still talking. He kept blanking out. I didn't really hear the whole question. And just so you know, bro, it's called a catapult. But
A
here you go.
catapult ain't a gun, my nigga.
Yes, sir. Sir. How
Bro,
is it not?
I swear to God, bro. I'm finna leave.
How
You're
is
not
it
finna
not?
serve. You're not finna serve me to death, cuz.
How
Say
is it
something now.
not a
I
gun?
hate that shit.
Change the mechanics of it. Show me how it's not a gun. What's the difference? Because you said it's a gun that shoots cats. You saying a catapult is a gun? A cat.
Don't do
A
it, the
pole.
Fontaine. I'm just staying quiet so we can go past that.
A cat.
Just leave it
Okay,
alone.
I'm saying here like Bob. I know
Like,
you're not feeling
I'm not
No,
even
not a
finna I'm
catapult.
not even
A
finna dignify
literal
that with a
cat.
response.
A pole.
Like, listen, if you said catapult is a slingshot, I probably agree with you. But you
No,
saying a
a
catapult a
cat.
gun, my
A
nigga?
pole.
This nigga say cat. He keep on putting cat in front. A cat,
It's
a
a
pole.
cat. A
Yes,
pole.
I heard you the first time, nigga. I don't know if
It's
you
a
trying to be
literal gun that
funny.
shoots out
I
cats.
don't know if you trying to be funny. I don't know if your autism turned up tonight. I don't know what's going on.
No, that's something that exists
But you're
already.
back,
That was
bro.
the
You
point.
said, bro, just because you
It's a
emphasize
gun that
cat,
shoots out cats.
bro, just because you keep emphasizing cat in front of catapult, my nigga.
No, not in front of. It's within it. Like, what's the
Within,
occult
bro,
part?
it's
Though?
the beginning.
Literally.
Catapult, bro. Listen to me, Blue. Listen to me, Blue. Today, when the sun come up, go make a doctor's appointment to go see a mental doctor. Not that you don't need a physical. You need to go see somebody
Sir,
about
you
your
said
mental,
that
bro. You might
guns
got a
that
touch of
shoot
the tism,
cats
my boy. That's
don't
all I'm trying to
exist.
tell you. You might got a touch of tism. That's all I'm saying.
But that's literally the name of a gun that shoots cats.
Yeah, a cat, a pole. I got you win, bro. I can't argue no more. You right. A
Let me do
catapult is a
this.
gun that shoot cats. Correct.
Okay. So create something else that don't exist.
No, I can't. I cannot. That was my only thought, to create something that once you debunk that, I'm done, my brother. You can
I
teach
got
me.
something, Blue. A
Please don't
gun
do
that
it. Five.
a
Five.
gun
Please don't do it.
a
Five.
gun
Five.
that
I'm
shoot
begging you,
dogs,
my
nigga.
nigga.
He
God
ain't
damn
no
it, you
dog
idiot.
a pole, nigga. I got that.
He gonna say put a dog in a catapult, my nigga. That's all.
I got that all day. This nigga. There's no way Blue was predetermined. This is free will. It's gotta be.
I like what Buddha said in the chat. Without free will, all people will be feral, and that is kind of I kind of agree with that. Like if we just went, if humans was just naturalistic like the animals and didn't have free will to manipulate the environment the way that we do, nigga, we'd just be another motherfucking thing just running around shitting, procreating, and bashing each other over the head. Just for
Bro, we manipulate the environment like that because it's predetermined. But what?
by
Bro,
what? He gonna
to
say
me that
God.
goes
He
against
gonna say God.
evolution, bro. You need to survive. Against evolution, bro. What does? What goes against evolution? You said the need to survive makes it predetermined? Yeah. But the choices change. So how does it make it predetermined? What choices? Some people commit suicide. Based
Here
on
come
what?
Aaron. Free will is an illusion. You don't make your own choices.
Based on what?
It is a
different reasons. There's different reasons why people commit suicide. Some people are just mentally ill.
I just want to be clear when y'all say that free will, right, is that it's just the ability to choose, and you have the ability to choose. So, but you, on the other hand, are saying that you are just the brain, correct?
No, I didn't
Not
say
just
none
the
of that.
brain. I
You
say it all
just
the
saying
time.
that.
You're all of it encompassed together. The brain, the heart, the skin, the arms, the legs. You're all of it.
No, we just talking about
The
the part.
personality, all of it.
We just want to deal with the intellectual faculties,
You're
right?
everything. You're your
Not the
body.
nervous
You're your
system.
brain. You're your thoughts. You're all of it, bro.
But all of those are your brain.
No, all of those are you.
You're all of it. You're all you. Yeah, that's what makes you you.
What is the you though?
Yourself.
All of those things put together.
Brain, right?
The brain, your
Self.
mind,
No,
your
it ain't got
heart,
nothing
your
to do with
skin
brain.
color, all
Everything,
that.
bro. You keep saying the brain, right? But you can't accept that niggas keep telling you everything. Stop making it what you want it to be, Blue. Nigga done told
He
you
said,
5 times
we named
everything.
several things. He be
So you
like, so the
saying the
brain,
brain?
right?
No, everything.
So,
So what you mean the brain?
but
The brain, right?
we're talking about your intellectual faculties. When you talking about I, you're not talking about my skin.
When I'm
When you
talking about
say
what?
I made a decision, you're not talking about my skin made a decision.
Yeah,
Well, it's a part of
that's a
it. Me
part of the
being black is
decision
part of
making.
my
Yeah.
belief.
No. We're playing games right now because now we're
Yeah.
playing games. So in
It
the
depends on what.
I,
Hold on, wait.
whoa, because
It
we've already
depends
acted
on.
retarded as fuck. So let
Oh
me
my
slow this
god,
train
bro.
down. So the I, who the fuck is the I?
It's me. It's you. It's whoever. I don't know, bro.
And you telling me that's not the brain?
It's the
No, that's me.
personality. It's part of the brain. It's a byproduct.
It's an illusion of the brain, right?
No, I don't know about no illusions, bro.
So you keep saying I. So I'm trying to figure out at what point are you an I from your brain?
Bro, my brain ain't separate from me. That's what you believe. If you believe that for yourself, that's for you, Blue. I'm telling
Okay,
you what it is for me, and you just can't accept that.
so at what point are you in control of how your brain functions?
Brain ain't even
Oh my
intellectual. Like, but
god,
your
bro.
entire brain isn't even intellectual though, Blue. Like, it's not even your entire brain that's actually
Right.
intellectual. So if you're gonna
Your
just say we
brain
only talking
control
about
more
the
than
intellectual
right.
part, then that's a specific part of your brain.
What's the other
It's
part?
not your entire brain.
What part of your brain controls the intellect?
Yeah, it's like your
Tell us that.
frontal lobe that controls your intellectual
Let
ability.
him say it because he dealing with the intellect, Fontaine.
That controls your intellectual property?
Where it derives from? Yes, because the brain could be viewed as a
So what
conduit.
intellectual property comes from
The
your
brain can be
subconscious?
viewed. The brain can be viewed as a conduit of your thoughts.
Where's
Meaning
the
that
subconscious? What part of the brain is the subconscious?
nobody knows. Mystery.
Sir, nobody knows what
The
part of the brain is
pineal
subconscious.
gland, the hidden
No.
pineal
No,
gland.
pay attention. I
Oh,
didn't ask you about consciousness. I said your subconscious. I know you might get a little bit confused. Specifically, your subconscious. What part of the brain is that? Not your frontal cortex, just so you, for the record. You do know that, right?
What are you saying? Go ahead,
I
man.
was,
Just cook.
I was
Don't
Googling.
teach. No, I'm saying teach right now. I'm listening. You look like you about to be
I'm
the one that
waiting.
start Googling,
I'm
bro.
waiting.
No.
I'm waiting to figure out.
Nobody will give you the answer to your own
No,
question.
no.
I want to be taught right now. So
what
you
it?
ask the question. I don't know. Wait, Fontaine, please don't let it. I want to see if he
Okay.
got a grasp of what he's asking.
I said it, but I guess y'all ain't.
Please, Blue, expound on what you're trying to say. Help it. I want this a teachable moment for me right now. Explain to me what you just said.
Your intellect isn't just one part of your brain.
No,
When I'm
nigga, you
talking
was
about
talking
your
about
intellect, hold on. When
you
I'm
was talking
talking
about
about your
subconscious.
intellectual
Bro,
property,
you asked
isn't
me a
just one
question.
part of your brain.
Hold on, wait, blue, don't do that. You asked me a question about do I know this and do I know where the subconscious is and all that? Can you break it? Can you tell me? Can you explain it to me if I'm saying I don't know though? Are you Googling right now or can you just tell me?
Can I tell you what?
This is crazy right now. The question you literally just asked me about subconsciousness and where it's at in the brain. Stop typing because I can hear your computer keyboard going off.
But that's
Tell me
right
where it's
there.
at.
My computer and keyboard, I'm smoking.
Oh, my fault, Chad. Tell me where it's at, though. Tell me where it's at in the brain.
My bad. That was horrible timing, but that was me.
Horrible. I was finna cook his ass 2 times. Like, nigga, ain't your keyboard strikes loud as hell, too, nigga?
Not in the frontal cortex.
You said it's not?
No.
Okay, I didn't ask you where it was, and I'm asking you where it's at.
It's not in your frontal cortex.
Again, I have no clue where it's at. This is the teachable moment
hold on,
for me.
Wait. No, this is the teachable moment. Hold on. Before we get to the next, whoa.
Damn, this is horrible.
Before we get to the next step, can we
ain't
admit
even past the first step, bro. You just said, do I know where subconscious is at? I told you I don't, and I asked you, can you tell me? And now you don't even want to tell me.
But it's not in the frontal lobe.
What the fuck is happening, Fontaine? Bro, just tell me where it's at, Blue. I promise you, I'm not trolling or nothing. When I don't know something, I can admit that I don't know. And if somebody telling me that they know something, I'm saying, well, give me the information so we can move forward with the conversation. That I won't go on in life being dumb about subconsciousness because I don't like that. And I don't like when people got the information but choose to dangle it in front of me. Just tell me.
All right, I gotta say it. Pause.
You better not say fucking pause, bitch.
Nah, don't say it. Please don't.
He thinking about that night that stripper twerked in front of him in Magic City and some shit was dangling.
So I'm just gonna ask again, right? Can we admit that
why are you asking me questions instead of telling? This is fucking crazy.
Because I think you might have forgot where this all started at.
Bro, I didn't forget where it started. I think you forgot.
I think you did.
Bro, listen. It's one point that we got into subconscious. You literally just said a second ago, do I know where subconscious is in the brain? I said no. Can you tell me? Then you told me where it wasn't. And I said, okay, can you just tell me where it's at? That way, once we move forward in the conversation, if subconsciousness get brought up again, I'll be a little bit more informed about it and where it's at in the brain. Now, can you tell me where subconsciousness is at in the brain? Please, I'm
not in your frontal cortex.
All right, I'm done, y'all. Hey, have a good night. This is Club 50. Hey, salute.
So that's crazy. Just to make sure, so are we admitting that you was wrong?
What?
Like, what are you doing?
I don't even know what to say to that, Fontaine.
You want to admit the first part first?
I don't even know what to say to nothing you saying right now, Blue. I promise you I don't. I really just believe either you trolling me right now or you slightly slow. It's only two logical answers to this. You really either got autism or you super trolling me right now.
Or he's really a genius. And we just don't, we just don't get it.
Now Fontaine trolling me. All right, cool. That's what we on tonight.
I just want to know, bro, are you going to admit, because remember you said it only operates in one region.
I don't even know what you're talking about, what operate in one region.
Your intellectual properties only come from one region.
I don't, bro.
The frontal cortex.
Where do you say it comes from?
Where does it come from? You ain't explained yet.
Multiple places.
I'm asking you where.
Multiple places.
What regions of the brain other
What
than the frontal
regions
lobe
of the
do it come from?
brain, bro? The brain is mapped out, my nigga.
You have multiple places.
Bro, nigga.
Yes, and we're naming one, but you won't name another. We're saying the frontal
Okay, the
lobe. What other
cerebellum.
place are you saying? All
You
of them?
discard the cerebellum, the
This
limbic
nigga
system. It's
Googling. He
multiple.
Googling. You Googling, nigga, because I just Googled that. Because I'm waiting for you
Now
to
they
get an
said the
answer.
cerebellum, though, for the intellect.
Say something else that I got on this Google screen right now. Where else is that? Because if you say one more thing that's on this Google list.
You can't really take them away because anytime you talking about your subconscious, it operates in all parts of those areas.
Well, see, no, you're conflating now. When did the subconscious become the intellect?
Right.
Because your subconscious is still responsible for your intellect.
No, it's not.
What?
How?
The subconscious is mostly responsible for your involuntary functions. Let's put it like that.
Bro, it's literally how you remember shit.
Again, your subconscious is mostly responsible for your involuntary functions. You don't got to think about your heart beating or breathing or the other functions of your organs and shit like that, or your fucking eyeballs or none of that, or your nails. That's subconscious shit.
Nah, you dealing with that's just how your system operates, bro. Like your shit is already
That's the
set up to operate.
subconscious, nigga.
No, bro, the system is operating already.
Okay, brother, listen. Does the subconscious control your involuntary functions? Yes or no? It's just that simple, Blue. So we ain't got.
I don't know if I agree.
I mean, you limit it, but like you're limiting it to like.
I didn't say that's all it did, bro. I'm just saying, just so we can.
You kind of did, but that goes.
I'm not saying okay, and I'm telling you, I'm not doing that.
What's the point of that towards the context of the conversation?
You're right. It ain't no point of nothing. Go ahead, brother.
Like the point of
I don't even think we having a conversation no more. We just talking.
It's a part of the brain where also your intellect, like it's responsible for part of your intellect. Thoughts come from there. Not only do thoughts come from this part of the brain, but also shit that you remember that you still remember.
Said this part of the brain.
Or these parts, my fault. These parts.
We don't even know what part.
What's this part? What's this part?
I mean, it's multiple parts though. So
bro, imagine getting in a car with a nigga and the nigga just saying, "We going to this part of the country."
Yeah, it's multiple. I mean,
and he just take off driving.
It's
It's multiple parts. We just gonna end up in a part of the country. Fuck.
I mean, it technically is though. Like
I'm pretty sure it's water where we gonna end up at, right?
Yeah, but that's my point. There's not one part of the brain that's gonna light up when your subconscious is in effect, bro.
I think it'd be the middle part of your brain.
Area.
I could be wrong.
I mean, it's areas, but it's multiple areas.
Yeah, multiples in a certain
Name
region
the
of the brain.
multiple areas, bro.
It's not all over the brain. Same as your intellectual property. It's not all over the brain.
Off the top of my head, the only ones I can name is like the limbic and the cerebellum.
That would be your subconscious, though. I don't know if your intellect is arguably getting mixed up, but I think the intellect is not.
It's another one. It's like ganja or some shit, and then
yeah, I also don't remember the name.
I don't know. I don't talk. I have to Google that shit. Hold on, let me see.
But y'all just wait till I can Google until I pull over.
I'm gonna Google that shit now. What the fuck is my shit?
So,
from
what I just read about intellect, it says intelligence. Intellect is not localized to a single brain region, but emergence from the efficient dynamic coordination of the whole brain networks, rather than just so what I just read, brother. Don't say right, because this said what I just read said intellect come from the everything working in the brain. There's no region of the brain where intellect come from. Intellect is literally from the whole brain processes.
Maybe you missed it, but
I didn't
remember,
miss it.
literally, like I think he missing that part. I don't know what he's doing right now.
What am I missing?
That was literally my point, bro.
That wasn't your point. You said multiple reasons, and we got to asking you the reasons. You couldn't even name.
No, that was the subconscious. That's what I'm talking about, bro. You couldn't keep up with the conversation.
Okay,
and that's why I kept telling you. Before we answer that, let's start from the beginning.
Okay, where did intellect come from,
bro? All parts of the brain.
I just said that. That wasn't what you were saying in the beginning.
Bro, my first statement was fighting against it only being localized in the frontal cortex, which you agreed with 5.
I didn't fucking say. Hey,
that's my point. That's what I was arguing. Again, you were sitting there arguing with me. That's why I kept when you kept asking. I said, bro, let's start from the beginning. But you cut me off like, no, I said that. What words?
I'm finna say because I never said that.
That's what and that was my point when I was saying, nigga, the subconscious.
I still think Blue wrong, but
place in the frontal cortex.
You say the subconscious is in the frontal cortex?
No. I came out with the subconscious to counter that, and I was like, that's not because that's not in the frontal cortex. Because the frontal cortex is what we control, or the illusion of what you control, or whatever. I don't know scientifically what the I or we is on that, but the subconscious is where also you got intellect and shit.
I still don't agree with it.
I mean, you would have to, because thoughts arise from there, for no reason, like, and those thoughts just come. You didn't control those thoughts. You can interact with those thoughts through the frontal cortex, but you didn't control them. But that's where it gets tricky again with the you. Yeah, that's where it gets tricky again, because it's like, who's doing that interacting? So it's like, oh well, that's a tough one. Because that's the illusion of the brain. Because it's hard to have a conversation without saying I and you, because technically there ain't no I or you. That is you doing it. It's all you.
I think whatever Bobby Googled, he didn't know he was Googling. And yeah, you're wrong. So certain parts of the brain do certain functions.
No, they do.
What now?
But all
whatever you Google was wrong, and he's wrong, because certain parts of the brain
whatever I Google
do certain functions. Yeah.
As far as what?
Yeah, by the intellect, where your intellectual properties come from. I ain't say intelligence. I said where your intellectual properties come from.
Wait. That's why I said he said intellect. Now the problem is different. Hold on, real quick, boo. It's different aspects of intellect. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Once he said intellect, I just looked at it as the whole. Intellect and intelligence, same thing. So when I just looked up intelligence, it said intelligence. To what you saying, Fontaine, is it emerged from out the whole brain. It's the coordination of everything working together. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Intelligence. Right. Yeah.
Right. That's intelligence.
That's not your subconscious though.
Right. That ain't that's what but the subconscious is a part of that, because it's saying literally everything in the brain, like your neural processing, like how everything processed in the brain serves towards your intelligence.
Because think your subconscious, you don't control your that's the part of your brain you don't control. So the subconscious is only referring to parts of the brain that you don't control cognitively, or I don't know, however you want. Like I said, that's a tricky thing because it's like you controlling your brain is what are we talking about?
There's different types of intelligence according to this. We got fluid intelligence, crystallized intelligence, uh, multiple intelligences. I guess they're saying fluid is like reasoning, problem solving.
Yeah, like us
Crystallized
and
intelligence is
octopus.
crystallized intelligence is more using acquired knowledge. Spatial intelligence, musical intelligence, interpersonal aptitudes, like emotional intelligence type shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And it
That
says
kind of more so.
the brain acts as a complex system of interconnected nodes similar to a network where intelligence emerges from the interplay of varied brain regions.
Certain regions do certain functions.
No. Certain regions do have certain functions, but it's saying just as a whole.
And intelligence is the culmination of all of those working together.
Right,
I don't
right,
disagree with what you
right,
just
right,
read. I'm
right.
saying those certain regions, like your frontal lobe, ain't gonna do what the back part of your brain does. They don't do the same thing.
Already, yeah, I'm agreeing with that part, yeah, because every like you got speech parts of the brain, you got
Right.
parts of the brain that's for visual, parts of the brain that's for you know what I'm saying, eating and digestion and shit. It's all, you know what I'm saying, it all. Yeah, I got
So it's like Bruce Hood is one of the people that talks about this, right? So
you. You say
he
Bruce
talk
Lee?
about Bruce Hood, um, that the brain creates an illusion of self from constructing a continuous and unified narrative from fragmented sensory inputs, memories, and emotion. This self is not a physical, unchanging entity, but a dynamic, predictive model. The dynamic, predictive model or controlled hallucination that helps humans navigate social environments and interpret personal experiences. So when they talk about predictive processing, the brain predicts incoming sensory data and by grouping these predictions creates a stable reference point, allows for efficient decision making. So, yeah, so the illusion of
What do you
self.
read?
Self, we'll see here. Some this the rubber hand illusion. It says the evidence of illusion. The self can be manipulated as shown by the rubber hand illusion, where the brain can extend its sense of ownership to a plastic hand and by out of body experiences. So the purpose, the illusion is an evolutionary tool that assists with social interactions, long-term memory, and emotional regulation. Let me go to that. So y'all seen the rubber hand illusion. That's when they put their hand out and they pretend like they put a mirror on it with a like a rubber hand and they go to chop it off and the brain reacts as if they losing that shit. Let's see. I mean, but it's like I said, that's where it kind of gets difficult because everything that's going on and the processing that's going on is done in the it's pretty much being done inside of the
But that work
in the
both ways, don't it?
what?
Like the same way that I think that's more visual. Like when you said like with the chopping the hand off experiment, the rubber hand when they sit them in front of the mirror, then they chop the hand and the brain.
Mm-hmm. Damn, you cut off. Was that me?
Nah, he cut out.
I said that's more visual though, even though vision is processing the mind. It's stuff that it's instances where stuff happens to the body that you don't see and the brain don't even you know what I'm saying, Fontaine? Like it's I've seen people break shit or get motherfucking shit stuck in their skin, and if they not aware of it, like it's literally like it didn't even happen.
Man, your nervous system falls apart.
Only until they actually become aware of it is when like
Yeah.
pain and the brain actually start to go, oh shit, this something
And
happened.
even then, you have to rely on your brain to pick that up because it's all in your head. Pain, you yelling out, all of that shit happens in your it's in your head.
No, no,
And you
no.
don't even have to
No,
scream
no, no.
into
It
it.
is it's happening in the body part, but it takes for your brain to send. The brain gotta know. The brain gotta know that is where to send the signal.
But the pain, but this is what I'm saying though. The pain is in your head.
The pain
Your
is in the
body
body.
part didn't feel no pain
Yeah, because the brain didn't send the signal there yet.
because there is no pain in your leg. The only pain is one that's inside of your own head. There is no pain in your leg.
I get what you're saying that the pain is inside your head, but the pain is to me, we're interconnected network of nerves and veins and shit. So just because it's almost like having an alarm system. Just because somebody break through the window in the basement, don't and the alarm system don't go off, don't mean that that window down there ain't broke. You dig what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. It's a interconnected system. So the pain is still being felt in the leg just because the brain didn't register or process it in time to, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now I was just looking at something like I said it was showing. Yeah, that's something I actually been looking at, but I should definitely an interesting, definitely an interesting thing. I wonder how much of that though is the physical heart. Because what's wild about that, right? When you talk about the heart and the brain and then the mind in the Bible, or was like the Old Testament, the heart and that mind and the mind is synonymous.
Why are we bringing up the Bible?
Yeah, we ain't gotta bring it to Bible. We could just keep it science.
Because
I
I
know
would, I
one thing
would,
though, for anybody who got babies or ever went to them first doctor's appointment, the heart is the first thing to form, from my understanding.
yeah, I would, well, I would say that because
I don't remember shit from them doctor's
in
appointment.
in general though, you like
Horrible father.
I don't know, let me see. He said look at it wrong.
What you said?
Yeah, he's saying that the heart has its own. Yeah, I've been looking at that. Yeah, with the heart
Oh yeah,
having
you
its
talking about
own
what
like
VR supposed to about his own
yeah,
brain?
The heart got his own brain. Yeah, I've heard that we all got 3 brains in our body. You know, you got your
The
brain,
stomach
your
as
stomach
well.
is the brain, then your heart is the brain.
But I don't think the stomach one, I think kind of, well, I don't know.
Yeah, the stomach is the brain. Well,
If it's
that's
sending signals.
even if the stomach sends signals, and the tissues of your intestines is the same as the brain tissue, I believe. Don't give me the line though.
The cells,
Possibly.
they said the stomach was debunked. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
your
I wonder
stomach
about.
tissue and brain tissue are completely different in structure, function, and cell type. Nah, they ain't the same. Funny
Yeah,
because this
see,
shit
like,
say that the stomach tissue is made of mucosal lining, which our boys swear we need to get rid of mucus. I said mucus.
yeah, so basically, it's 40,000 neurons and neurotransmitters that are embedded in the heart wall that operate independently of the brain, of the cranial brain. I call it a little brain.
Amazing.
It can control the heart's rhythm, even if the nerve connections to the main brain are severed. Two-way communication. The heart sends signals to the cranial brain via the vagus nerve and spinal column, influencing perception, emotion, and decision making. Call it the little brain composition. Pause. Um, comprised of
I was definitely finna say.
ganglion, plexus, sensory neurites, and intrinsic cardiac ganglia. It's funny because ganglia is actually that word. I was saying ganja earlier, but ganglia is the basal ganglia is another place where subconscious operate.
Yeah, it said I had looked it up. It said the subconscious is it's just like intelligence. It's basically a part of all of the things functioning, all of the parts of the brain functioning. Like all the stuff you named, the limbic, the ganglia, and the cerebellum.
So that ganglia is in the heart as well. It's the intrinsic cardiac ganglia. It says the little brain is comprised of ganglionic plexuses,
Mm.
sensory neurites. Okay. So that shit really play with your emotions and shit. That shit wild.
I gotta read up on that heart brain.
Mm.
I heard about it before. I just didn't deep dive into it.
But that's where it comes back to, or are you just interacting with this? That's why I'm like, I think you're using these things.
With the meat suit, Paul. You see how we just interacting with our body?
Yeah, like we using these things that, well, we use it to interact with each other in this plane to interact with reality. 'Cause I don't think that
Like
I don't really think
avatars.
that the eye is an illusion. I don't really agree to that shit because I think for people like I think we've seen people who operate that are no more than their brain, and they aren't able to stop thought.
What's the
Yeah,
difference between a person who's no more than a brain and a person who's not?
Shit, somebody in a straitjacket.
People in straight jackets for different reasons.
Yeah, but it's a few of them, and a lot of them gonna be your ability to how you interact with your thoughts. Like most people, it's thoughts that come from your subconscious. You don't even think about that you already like that you just kind of pushed away. Like it was easy work. But it's some people like they really hearing shit. Like they really hearing like damn this nigga hating on you right now. Like, you better watch them, bro. They trying to get you. Like there's people who are only like when they
I hear
subconscious
that.
feed them negative ass thoughts, they can't
I hear
even
that.
fucking tell the difference. Like, yo, you tripping. They
Oh,
just
okay, yeah, I do tell myself the truth.
and,
So I'm
and really
saying,
that's
okay,
not you tripping, that's your fucking brain tripping. Like, nigga, chill out.
your brain on bullshit, nigga. Why that
Yeah,
nigga with that nigga talking to you, bro?
yeah, it's on some other shit. And if you able to
So
catch that,
Napoleon
like,
syndrome, is that from your subconscious?
what's that Napoleon syndrome? That's when you
Napoleon
just
syndrome is
crash
that little
and
short nigga complex.
oh yeah. The crashing. Yeah, that's gonna be yeah, most likely.
Cause
I
I
don't think
suffer
you
from
can help
Napoleon
that.
syndrome.
Yeah, I don't think you can help that. They just crashing. They be like, nah, I gotta swing. For real. That's what that's why I was, it get interesting, but I do think the ability of you to consciously overcome your subconscious is or that to me is the difference.
So who do you think we are? Are we our subconscious?
Nah, I think that's something that we interact with. I think that's the subconscious is the programming that we put in the brain in order to just make sure we don't do dumb shit like too risky. So we don't need it as much now because the world we kind of live in is a lot safer. So now it just shows up in pointless places, like you know, you not willing to probably go for shit and take a chance on shit that that would probably better you in life or whatnot, or whatever it may be. It could be just as simple as you taking the last shot in the game. You know what I mean? Like that panic is your subconscious. Like nigga, don't shoot that. You know what the fuck happened the last time you threw that shit up. Like that shit gonna remind you. It's gonna give you 10 scenarios of why you shouldn't shoot the shot. So if you able to get over that hump and quiet that shit down, you's a bad motherfucker, bro.
I quiet the
Like
fuck
for
out
real.
myself, man. Fuck myself.
Yeah. I done it, but then I've seen niggas who couldn't. I did a talent show with a nigga that literally had stage fright. I've never seen that shit before, but the nigga had this shit. Like the niggas couldn't get past the first two words, bro. That shit was hard,
I've never in my life experienced stage fright. That's crazy.
man, bro. I
All
was
the
so
stages I done been on, I done been up there nervous, but I ain't never had stage fright.
bro. I
I'm gonna
ran
do what I
home,
do.
bro, and just cried. My mom was looking for me and shit. It was like, where?
Cause you
Cause
had
this
stage
nigga,
fright?
nah, that nigga, he had the first verse.
Oh
We
damn,
doing
he
a
fuck.
talent
I'd have
show
rapped
and
that
he
nigga
got
shit.
the first verse. I'm looking like, bro, hey,
I'd have rapped
he
that nigga
had,
shit.
he like, such and such. I'm like, man. So I just cut him off and I went into it. Boom, went into it. Then the white boy killed it. But I ain't even give a fuck by then. Like, I felt like the damage was
Hey,
already
Blue
done.
Viasa got a question. Viasa said if the brain stops us from harming ourselves, then what about scarification and the type of rituals and stuff in Africa?
Um, Well, it's supposed to, but those are all things that's done to train your brain. So like because the mind don't have the same limitations as the brain, and so if that's why it's mind over matter, and in that belief you'll see like even if you doing a uh, karate or martial arts, you start learning mind over matter quickly. Like you're not breaking, you know what I mean? You're not really fucking touching the bricks to break them. You just goddamn. I don't even know what the fuck you doing to be honest.
Brick no hit back.
Like, I can't even explain what happened. I know it took me more days than everybody else, and I think it's because I be overthinking shit. But when I did do it, I had no clue what the fuck.
Oh, you broke a brick?
Yeah, I broke bricks
You
before.
ain't break no
Hell
brick, boy.
yeah, hell yeah. My karate
What
instructor
up,
Eugene
GQ?
Johnson.
What up, Si?
He one of the highest ranked black men in California.
He can't beat Swarthy.
Or Hawaiian Kempo.
He came,
I
he came
mean
up
Swarthy.
before the master, Richie, Ditchy, Rachi, Rachi, whatever the fuck he was.
He can't
Oh,
beat that nigga. That nigga used to train with Bruce Lee though.
I watched that nigga spar a whole adult man. That nigga whooped the shit out they ass to get him for the belt.
So you a master splinter too, Blue? You know how to do karate and shit?
Yeah, I fuck with it. I ain't that,
Yeah. I kick that
agile
shit
and shit.
immediately. I wasn't built for that shit.
I got into
Just
boxing
put
though.
me in boxing. Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah,
do
that's what I
boxing.
did. I did Hawaiian Kempo for like 9 years, but then I fell in love with boxing, so I started doing that shit. And yeah, he had a boxing class and shit, so he started letting me do that. I got into it, did that for a while. That shit was fun though. I got a first place trophy as tall as me right now from a sparring tournament in California on this state. That's what it used to be. I could do all of that shit, bro. Winning all of these tournaments, and then when it come down to like the mental shit, bro, like the spiritual shit, the breaking the bricks, and like just it was just shit, bro. That other people was able to do, I just couldn't do it. The bricks, I did that, but it was niggas, bro, that was like balancing themselves on a fucking finger. Never got there. That just wasn't gonna happen. Couldn't. Whatever them niggas
Oh,
had,
that
bro.
Rocky shit right there, balancing on the finger.
Yeah, bro, that shit wild, bro. That monk shit is some deep ass shit, bro.
That Baki Hama.
Yeah,
Get his ass shot.
and when you look, they living a life literally to
If I
to
see a nigga
master
balance
their
himself
body.
on his finger, he definitely get shot.
I
Yeah,
I'm leaving it fucking alone.
you got empty that. That's the switch, bro. You got
That's a nigga you gotta just leave alone, man. That's a nigga called to live his balancing life and shit. Man.
for real.
Go on do your thing, homie.
Nigga do all that shit just to get beat up by a nigga at the projects.
But see, the nigga that be
Bro,
balanced,
I die
the nigga
laughing.
that balance himself on his
You
finger,
can feel that.
Blue will tell you, the nigga that balance themselves on their finger, they not fucking with nobody. They just cool little motherfucker.
Yeah, they reserve like they be. If you bring that out of him, bro, it's gonna be a problem.
I'm saying that nigga that can balance himself on a finger is a physical specimen. If he get to fighting, it ain't gonna be no hi-yahs or nothing like that. That nigga go beat your ass and probably elbow you a couple times and
Yeah, but he ain't
body slam
that's
you.
the nigga that ain't too.
You going
That's why
all
they say that.
head, bro.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
why
I'm
You
they
can
saying.
feel that shit.
that's
You
why
Every
get
they say
karate,
head.
that
every
surgery.
karate nigga I ever knew, GQ, I seen them niggas get in real fight. I be like, boy, you ain't used none of that Bruce Lee shit. You just
Yeah, you just
Bro, my
fucking.
shit
them
wild.
projects came out of you, huh? You forgot all that karate shit. Just got the punching and body slamming, nigga.
Real. Then I done seen niggas who didn't know that shit but looked like they did. Just naturally was shit wrong with them.
Hey, Bobby, you know who Head is?
Head on the west side.
He from the south side.
I heard a Head, but I heard that. I heard that name before. Head.
Not Hadari Head though. You know that's like his south side counterpart.
Okay. Yeah, I heard Head before.
Yeah, on the
I ain't never actually seen a nigga use no karate in no fight. Like not with my own eyes.
That's the king I have. That's the king of the fuck. Well, he the king of the foes on the south side.
Them niggas in Chicago know that karate shit.
Oh, they know that karate, man. Most of the game, like I had
that
said,
nigga Angelo knew that karate shit.
Angelo was a bad motherfucker, bro. Right?
Man, every nigga who I ever heard that nigga.
Who the hell is Angelo?
He was
chief of the foes
on the west side.
Yeah,
well, he
Angelo,
really was the leader of all the foes. But.
Yeah, Angelo stayed. Well, he didn't stay.
The foes. That's the folk on the
hustle. Yeah.
His granny stayed. His granny lived behind my granny. She was the candy lady, so I used to see that nigga all the time. We used to go over there all the time growing up. Me and his nephew, his sister's son, Kia. We were around the same age. We used to kick it and shit.
And most of the kings, most of the gang chiefs was big karate head dudes.
I'm talking about
Jeff
Ford ass new karate. Yep.
Yeah, all them niggas big karate head dudes, right? But I used to see head when I was in high school. I used to see head come in the motherfucking. I was like maybe like 7th grade. Head used to come in the game room with that karate shit and just whoop all the GDs.
Them niggas was cold with that shit, man. Them motherfuckers used to say that about Angelo too. I ain't never seen him fight for real with that karate shit.
Yeah.
But my uncle was locked up with him before. Say, man, they tried to jump that nigga Angelo. That nigga jumped up on that day room table.
No, you
like
know
Bruce Lee. He got the kicking niggas and shit. He's like, man, I never seen no shit like that.
I've only seen one hitter.
My big cousin, Six Pack, right? He from the west side too. Six Lord, right? Him and Lowe was locked up, but Six Pack, he conservative, Vice Lord. Him and Lowe was whooping all the cheese and shit in the joint because all the cheese was dope fiends and shit.
Right, yeah.
And at that time, and during like late 80s, early 90s, them niggas was tooting that dope. Lowe them wasn't for that shit. So him and Six Pack, they took the joint. They niggas was whooping all the 5-star U's and shit, beating the fuck out the motherfucker.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Doing that.
Angelo, his granddaddy was like in the Vietnam War and shit. That nigga was a karate expert.
Yeah, he was on
that nigga knew. Yeah, his granddaddy passed a couple years ago, but that nigga knew how.
Granddaddy was one of them black belts.
Yeah.
10th degree Vietnam motherfuckers whooping everybody.
Motherfucker be out there with them knives and shit, man. Man, them niggas was vicious.
Yep. The motherfucker be doing the flying kicks, kick motherfucker on top of the head, all type of shit.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of people, like you said, I don't know a lot of people that know how to do that shit. But the ones that I know that know how to do it for real,
they
no
do
point blue, I wouldn't fuck with them niggas. Leave them niggas.
That's how that one boy, that kick push nigga, he cold as hell.
Oh, Lupe? He from the west side too. That nigga will fuck you up, man.
I seen Lupe whoop a motherfucker right in front of a motherfucker. They was sparring. Him and this one nigga from 69th who was supposed to be cold with the karate. So him and Lupe sparring. So Lupe just letting the nigga get off. He just doing all kind of shit, right? Lupe so fast he couldn't touch him, right? He just doing like defensive moves and shit. You know what I'm saying? The nigga could never get nothing off. But when it was Lupe's turn, oh man, that nigga kicked that nigga about damn near half a block down the street, bro.
Lupe is a swole ass, cut up ass nigga for niggas.
Yeah, ripped up.
You keep like thinking that nigga is a little bitty nerd. Lupe is motherfucking. Lupe Fiasco. What is he, a vice lord or a foe? He one of them. Yeah.
I didn't know he was in no game.
Bro, Lupe Fiasco will fucking kill you, Fontaine.
He ain't no. You know how fight.
He ain't a gang like.
He just plugged. But all his family, his family, them people, like really the people. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga could really fight though, Fontaine.
That nigga know that karate like
that nigga know the sword. That nigga get out there with swords and all type of shit. I used to be like this little nigga.
Yeah, Lupe, he real deal with it. Because all the niggas in his family was cold with that karate. And they the real guys. Them motherfuckers was in like a 40 people RICO indictment with the dope. Them niggas was big.
Yeah. Lupe come from a strong background. That's why a lot of people outside of Chicago be like hitting them with the nerd backpack rapper, but you ain't never heard no Chicago niggas ever disrespect Lupe.
Oh, that'd be funny too when you be hearing niggas like, oh, Lupe, he just, he went the backpack. He be like, yeah, okay, motherfucker, y'all just don't know. This motherfucker.
Please don't call that little crazy nigga no backpack rapper. He got an attitude too. He ain't all humble and shit. How motherfucker that nigga will. Yeah, that nigga fuck you up. He'll snap off, boy. He's just real Chicago nigga. Shout out to Lupe though. He cool as hell.
Yeah, Lupe, one of them people, man.
Wiz been going crazy on that shit though too. That nigga Wiz Khalifa been taking that shit serious.
MMA shit.
Yeah.
I seen that nigga ripped up, trained and ripped up and shit.
Yeah. That's what my daughter wanted to do.
We're a tall motherfucker. We're that 6'6" some type shit. You talking about that Napoleon shit, fine. Lupe a little short motherfucker too. Little Napoleon motherfucker to beat your motherfucking ass.
Oh, that nigga look tall.
Nah. That nigga sweater than me.
Nah, he like Kendrick Lamar height.
That's why that shit be funny to me. Not to bring it on them niggas, but since you said it, niggas just act like Kendrick will beat Drake ass. I'm like, I don't know, bro. That nigga small as hell, bro. Not to say you can't fight because you small.
Kenny, goddamn it, I don't know.
I believe he'll whoop Drake ass.
Yeah,
they call him Kung Fu Kenny because he rap, nigga, not because he fights. But his partner them do say he a little.
Them niggas fight.
Fighting motherfucker.
This is how I look at it, Fontaine. Size in the fight don't matter when it comes to niggas who not trained fighters. You see what I'm saying, GQ? Like we talking about like one nigga weight advantage.
Look at that little nigga.
Right, outside Fontaine, I done seen niggas 200 get slept by niggas 150 because it's just nigga know what he doing. Right? No, I'm saying it happens often because the nigga that 200 think like, no, this little nigga won't boy. He just ain't built like that. He ain't cut like that. Whatever the reason is, I'm saying.
It ain't most people can't overcome their brain of like
it ain't a gift.
Not ducking back.
And then you looking at the 150 nigga, all muscles, bro. Like, ain't
that's what I'm saying.
It's a matter of 160, no fat, just straight muscle.
You 200.
Or a nigga that know how to throw them hands, bro. Like a nigga that's one something that can throw some hands, bro.
Right.
If I hit you right and you throwing wild or something like that, I connect, nigga. You getting dropped. I don't care who you is.
I wish I
look leverage.
Had that video like that little nigga Lupe, right? That nigga look like he probably like he could be a good 175, maybe 5'9". And then the nigga he was fighting was like he was one of them big old niggas, you know what I'm saying? Nigga steady throwing shit. First of all, he could never touch the nigga, bro. He swinging hard to the motherfucker, he can't land nothing. But when this nigga went to kicking and punching on this nigga, bro, I'm telling you, man, he whooped the nigga like a half a block up the street, bro. Just straight beat him up. Big old.
I mean, you seen it with Keyshawn Davis and Blueface. That's like shit. Blueface ain't no bad boxer, but it was just levels.
Yeah, that shit look different. And Keyshawn was bullshit. He wasn't even, you know what I mean, really getting into him like that, Paul.
Trying not to hurt him.
And it's your background, too. Drake don't just seem like the type of person who came up fighting.
We don't know that. Nigga could have been in those scuffles, bro.
I'm just, come on, Fontaine.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you go troll me. I'm saying.
He could have been beating niggas ass. If boy Drizzy, man, putting them Canadian paws on you.
If I had to judge, if I had to go off of
I got my money on
a nice guesstimate or who had the most fights or who has the most experience fighting based off their backgrounds, yeah, I'm gonna go with Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. And that ain't even saying that Kendrick is a great fighter or he can whoop that nigga. It's just saying like nigga, I just know niggas who came up fighting and niggas who didn't come up. Like when I first moved from Chicago GQ and I got down here to Southern Illinois, nigga, I was beating the shit out of everybody. Nigga, I was like, nigga, you niggas ain't ready for this shit I just came from, nigga.
But you had to.
Nigga, I beat this one nigga up named Mark. And this nigga was tall and big, man. We was in like the 7th grade. And he was already like 6'3" in the 7th grade. Just one of them big niggas, like center of the basketball team, like tall early. But he was a big softy. You know what I'm saying, GQ? Big ass nigga, but big soft ass nigga.
Big corn-fed nigga.
You know, but the motherfuckers, they're just like, they just see big and don't think soft. They just like, we ain't fucking with Mark. Man, I remember me and Mark got into a fight after school. Man, I whooped on Mark and he was mixed. So I'm like, nigga, and he was big. He was tossing me around, but I was punching the shit out this nigga. And I remember that next day we got to school. That nigga was so knotted up because he was light-skinned. So it was like, whatever hits he got off on me, it didn't matter, nigga, because all my hits showed up on that nigga. They was
bro, that's